Hello there, everyone. Hi. Welcome in. How are you doing today? Hello, Nyx. Well done for being the Zarlord. You are first. Congratulations. Ambox. Hiya. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Oh, how are we all doing? I hope you're having a lovely weekend. I'm having a day. I'm already having a day. So this morning, my brother and I were going to go and visit my granddad because he can't be left on his own at the moment because he's not very well. My nan wanted to go to church. So to let my nan go to church, we were going to go and sit with my granddad. Fine. They don't live that far away. So we started driving. We realised we hadn't brought any face masks, and we thought, oh, we better wear face masks around Grandad because he can't give him any colds or anything. So we went back to get the face masks, and then on the way, my brother drove over some weird wrench thing in the road, and his tyre just completely gone. We drove a little bit further, and it was completely flat. So that was my morning. That's my day so far. Initiative? Oh my goodness. Roll for flat tyre. Oh. Well, that didn't go very well. Luckily, turns out that the AA, very, very quick, which was very surprising for me because normally they take a while. But I guess on a Sunday, they're not that busy. So it was all good. Why is the timer on? Go away. I need to get rid of that because it's like, whose roll was that? It was mine against yours. You roll. Oh, they both say roll. Ah, in that case, that was probably yours. Because you were first. I'll do it again. I don't make the rules. Well, I do make the rules, I guess. Hey, maybe this is better. No flat tire this time. I didn't even notice that you'd rolled as well. I was like, oh, it's mine. But you absolutely should feel scammed. That was a scam. You know what? Maybe we both won. Maybe we both rolled a 4 and an 18 at the same time. What do you think of that? So anyway, for those of you who weren't here last week on Wednesday was Streamversary. We had a big old subathon and we reached the goal to do a makeup stream. Probably won't be entirely makeup because I'm not going to lie to you. Even me, it does not take me 3 hours to do makeup. So, I don't know, let's play some Star Rail afterwards. That's what I want to do. But hey, this is why I'm sitting here. I have a mirror right here. I have my mug of brushes. Here it is. I have my makeup bag. I'll show it to you. Here it is. It's got Alice in Wonderland on it. It says, waiting for the party to start. Makeup chaos. 3 hours means more layers. Absolutely, absolutely. Oh, we're gonna get makeup rustle. I have absolutely no organization in here. Look at this. Can you see that? Just a mess. It's just everything's in there. So, of course, this means that I need to do base first. So I'll show you my base, and then we'll decide what we're doing. I'm actually running out. I use this. I use tinted moisturizer because for me, I'm quite lucky. I don't tend to have too much like spots and whatnot, or like blemishes and things. So I don't usually need full-on foundation unless, and this is the only time I've actually used foundation, is for when we were recording Bowies and Spelljammer, because I was doing all Goblin King makeup and I needed it for blending. So that's the only time that I've actually properly used foundation, and like occasionally for shows and whatnot. But normally I just wear this. You were trying to buy makeup brushes for your cousin? So clueless. Yeah, makeup brushes are weird because like there's so many different ones that you can get, but really like there's only a few very like standard ones that you need, And then there's loads of like specialist ones in like weird angles and stuff. Multiple brushes with different sizes, absolutely. To be fair, nowadays, when I've been looking for makeup brushes, it seemed to be a little bit easier to understand what is what, because they give themselves like, they say, this is a foundation brush, this is an eyeshadow brush, that sort of thing. Whereas I've sometimes found in the past that you just get, like you say, multiple brushes, different sizes, doesn't really tell you what it's for, and I'm just sitting there like, I don't know. The way that I go about makeup, this is the thing, I don't actually know what I'm doing. I've made everything up. I'm not one of these people that likes to go through like makeup tutorials and things. So everything that I do is just a case of years and years of trial and error. I could probably get much better at makeup very quickly if I actually like looked at makeup tutorials or instructions, or like, you know, that actually, or asked someone that knows what they're doing. But why would I do that? Why would I do that when I can suffer, you know? But yeah, I only just recently got like new brushes. Well, I say recently, I've kind of gotten a bunch of different brushes over time. And I, for years, was using the same set of Claire's makeup brushes. For years. And they were Claire's makeup brushes. Like, they were shit. And I really, very recently just got like a new powder brush, and I was like, oh, putting powder on your face isn't supposed to hurt. It's not supposed to be rough. It is actually supposed to feel nice and soft. But hey, anyway, I didn't say I got so caught up in the makeup. Welcome in, Pyro. Welcome in, Nobody. How are you both this fine Sunday? I hope you two are running around on full tires and not a flat one like we had this morning. Right. This is another thing I like about the tinted moisturizer, is it's really quick to put on because you're basically just rubbing it in. Whereas when you put foundation on, you don't want to rub it too much because it just like, because then you get rid of it. And I do sometimes get like weird edges, but for the most part, it's all good. It does make me look quite shiny though. But that's what powder's for. That's what powder's for. Right. The next thing I usually do is I get this. I'll get a little stick. Little cover-up stick. For like spots and things. But I don't have too many today, so that's good. But yeah. So the way I'm kind of thinking of this is if I'll do the base, and then I've got tons of different like eyeshadows and things that we can choose from. And we can see how that goes. It's also kind of weird to me because I'm usually wearing headphones. So firstly, I could usually hear the music that you guys can hear, but I can't hear it right now. And secondly, I'll probably usually be talking louder because they're noise cancelling. YouTube's being annoying with their ad block detection. Yeah, well, I saw something about that. What are they doing? Because all I saw was something that was I think it was an Irish thing where somebody had been like, this is illegal in Ireland to use this, and you guys, YouTube, you need to stop, and had submitted some kind of legal request or something. But I don't know what it was. Like, just let us use the ad block, you know? If they didn't, if YouTube ads weren't so bloody annoying, then we wouldn't use the ad block. By the way, the highlighter, that's what I'm doing now. Now the question is, because the next step that I usually do is I put bronzer on my cheeks, like a little tiny bit of contour. I'm not very good at contour. I'm really bad at it. I'm really bad at contour. I have a little contour kit, but I don't really use it unless I'm doing fancy makeup. Someone filed a complaint because apparently YouTube is meant to ask to use ad block detection. Yes, that was it. That was it. It was a you can't do this without consent sort of thing. No. And as far as I'm aware, at least I haven't had an email or anything telling me they've changed their terms and conditions, so not that I would read it anyway, let's face it. Right. I would usually put bronzer on my cheeks. That's what I'd usually do. Hey, Bob Dim! The other option is I can put blusher on my cheeks. So we can be pink, or we can have the bronzer. Which one shall we have? First choice! Go. But if you don't consent to it, they're going to automatically assume you're using ad block anyway. Yeah. It's kind of, I don't know what they'd be able to do though with that, you know? Somebody pick one. Or where them like mouse is. I am a lopsided mouse. Haha. One on each side. One ear is smaller than the other. Absolutely. All that happens is they disable the video player. Fuck that. Fuck that. And hey, Karisu, welcome in. Welcome in. Hey, if nobody else picks one, then that means Bulb Dim's option is the correct one, which is one on each side. Well, I don't know what they're doing so far anyway, because I use an ad blocker and it's been totally fine, so I don't think they've actually done anything yet, at least here. The pink one? Okay. You want the pink one, where we don't follow, when we don't follow Bobden's chaos? This is true. This is true. Hello. Depends on your blocker, right. Yeah, my blocker's not amazing because it's like one of those ones where you have to pay for it, but I'm on like a free version of it. So it's not amazing, but it works on YouTube, and that's the important one. Can I trust you? Right, I'm gonna have to be real careful with this blusher because it is actually like smashed up, so it's gonna make a mess. I'm gonna open it over the floor. Oh my days. I should probably just buy a new one. That would be the better answer, wouldn't it? Oh, and because it's smashed up, it's quite a lot of it comes out at once. Some ad blocks automatically block the pop-up that appears anyway. Oh, well that's annoying. Yeah, I haven't come across any of that yet. There we go. So this is quite extreme. I suppose on the stream it probably doesn't look quite as bad because I usually get a little bit washed out on stream. Yeah, surprisingly, my makeup usually looks a lot more like pronounced in real life. People have already found workarounds. Of course they have. Of course they have. Like, I feel like for YouTube at least, something like YouTube that pretty much everybody uses, like in all walks of life, and it's owned by Google, they can afford to let the techier youth use the ad blocks and let the oldies generate their ad revenue, you know? You know? That's what I would do. Just let us have nice things, YouTube. Please. I would prefer that. Okay. Let's try the other side. This is so, like, there's just so much of it. Oh my days, look at that. I literally do like one tiny blob and this is what we get. Exactly. YouTube already generates enough money. I completely agree. Oh, I've done that at a really weird angle. Also, I love the idea of arrow butts. Hey, butt spot. Arrow butts. Bob Dim, you're not an old bot. No, you're here. That means you're not an old bot. You're not an elderly person. is a really weird angle. I was trying to avoid the microphone. Oh well. We're just going to be slightly lopsided. That's fine. It's fine. Does it look lopsided to you guys? I don't know. The light is lopsided in here anyway, so it doesn't make a difference. Something amazing happened? Share! Tell us! Oh, I didn't start the bingo. I got so excited about the makeup. I didn't start the bingo. I'm going to do it now. Bam bam! Because we've definitely had TTRPG talk. You brought it up. I'm just going to call someone comments on Chloe's makeup right now, because that's what we're doing. I don't think any of the others have happened so far. No. Come and join the bingo, guys. We've got stream bingo going on. Maybe you'll win. So I was playing D&D last night as well, after the Blades in the Dark stream, and I was running it, of all things. My party, they'd gone to a place where it was being guarded. I thought that the guard wouldn't see them because it's just a guard, and you know they had a sneaky person. They had a rogue. The rogue rolled a nat 20, but I rolled a 21. No, it wasn't a nat 20. It was a dirty 20. So the guard saw them, and then the thing with that is that was at the end of the last session, so I had time to then think about it. So I came up with a plan, and I decided, I was like, right, I'm going to try and capture as many of these people as possible, and preferably split the party, forcibly. They did very well. I did manage to capture one of them, though. So I've got one of them. And they were all like, yikes, what is going on? It was great. So, the wizard of the group tried to cast Magic Missile on a fighter dwarf, as you do. Only for the dwarf to laugh and shrug it off. What? How do? That's what? How can it do that? For your warlock to come around the corner and point blank nat 20 and Eldritch Blast in his face. Amazing. Now I say how do. Yeah, Magic Missile just hits, so that's got to be like some sort of DM thing where they've gone, yeah, you can't Magic Missile this bitch. That is quite scary. If your Magic Missile doesn't hit, then you're in trouble. You're in trouble then. I'm doing powder now, by the way. I'm trying to make myself less shiny. It also has the advantage of all of this blusher, it will smooth out a little bit. Now I would say, and I could be a really mean rules lawyer here, if you're point blanking an Eldritch Blast, that is a ranged spell attack. And a ranged attack roll is at disadvantage within 5 feet. So technically speaking, unless you rolled 2 nat 20s, you could not have done that. But when did I ever stick to the rules? Let's face it. Let's face it. I armed my guards with DC 20 Constitution save, like tear gas that knocked people out in an attempt to capture them. And capture one of them I did. She did roll very high though. It was a good con save. Not quite 20. The DM let it go through just because it was an instant nat 20. Fair enough. Fair enough. I probably would have done that as well, to be fair. Sometimes rule of cool, in fact, more than sometimes, all the time, rule of cool is the best rule. The shine is gone. We are not shiny anymore. Fantastic. Right. I'm looking over because my mirror is blocking most of the camera. I can't really see it. Shine is gone. Base is done. Lovely jubbly. Now, before I do eyes, what I do is I get clear mascara, and yes, I know it's not clear. I know it's gone yellow. There's a reason for that. The reason is because I don't use it on my eyelashes. I use it on my eyebrows. And so I always get foundation in it. But it's fine. I don't actually ever use it for eyelashes, so. And the reason I do this first is because if I try and it's gotta dry. So that first, then we'll draw in. Right, fun bit. I have a lot of eyeshadow. Somehow my warlock magically gained 10 health. Nothing to worry about, I'm sure. Completely fine. Okay, guys, what are we gonna do with the eyes? What are we gonna do? Many options. I've got lots of eyeshadow. I have lots of eyeliner. I have all of these. These are the bright ones. Now, this is weird. If you ever buy this... Oh, Roll20 decided to do it? Meh. I think that tracks. Take it. If you ever buy one of these, NYX's Ultimate Palette, be aware that on the back, it tells you that 3 of them, that's these 3 in the middle, 1, 2, 3, are not eyeshadow, they are pressed pigment. And in tiny writing in yellow on the back, it says, cannot be used on or around eye. Now, I would just assume this was an eyeshadow palette. So be aware, because it's not very obvious. But anyway, so we can't use those 3 on my eyes. On the left, yeah. This one on the left, and the top 2. But we can use all the rest. So we've got those. I have my like normal colours ones. So we can do something along those lines. I have another one of these ones, which is basically like similar to this, but older. Why is it in an eyeshadow palette? I don't know. It does say eyeshadow and pressed pigment on the front, but in tiny letters. Eyeliner wise, I have my normal eyeliner, which would be, where is it? I cannot find it. Oh, I found it. Which would be, I've got pencil, black pencil, and my normal like liquid eyeliner. I also have a little pen. It's not great though. It's not a great pen, but it can be used. And the fun one, where's the fun one? Where is my fun one? Here's my fun one. It's got a Kajal one. This is the fun one. It's like a crayon-y type thing. You can kind of smudge it around. Yeah, I agree, Pyro. I agree that I wouldn't put it in an eyeshadow palette. So, what are we thinking, chat? What do you want? Do we want big old wings? Do we want like smoky, shadowy eyeliner? Do we want bright colors? Do we want darker colors and natural colors? Everything is kind of chucked in here now, and I've already lost the things that I already had. What should we do? Well, whatever we do, I've got to put primer on first. Shadow and liner primer. Bright colors. Bright colors it will be. What colors do we want? Do you want one color? Do you want multiple colors? What do you guys want? What shall we do? Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum, bum. Honestly, this primer changed my life. I've only been using it very recently. All the eyeshadow is so much brighter with this on. So much better. Although if we're doing bright colors, I should probably use my base as well. I've got a white eyeshadow base. So if we're doing a bright color, we put that on first. And it actually makes it the bright color as opposed to like a muted version of it. So, many options. We can always go orange to match Dragon Down. We can go orange. We've got, let me open it up. Here we are. Here we are. We've got like, there's like a peachy orange up here, or we've got like the yellowy orangey ones down here. This is kind of a dark yellow orange color. Then we've got proper yellow. You can't really see it on the stream. Some of these are sparkly. We've got the yellow one is sparkly, this green one is sparkly, that blue one, and the red one. They're all sparkly. I can have green. We can have green and orange. What have I got? Have I got? Oh, I've got a actual orange as well. This one, I've got an actual orange and a dark green in there. Yeah, this one's actual orange, and then there's a dark green. I suppose these two greens are the same colour, actually. Yeah, these two greens are the same. Sparkles! I tell you what, Teresa, what we can do all of these together, because unless, I mean, the very lightest green, this one is sparkly, so we can have a little bit of sparkles. The orange isn't sparkly. We can have orange and green, and then we can have, oh, this one's tiny. I'm never gonna find it. Where is it? Aha! Fairy dust. It's so old, it's like the writing is kind of like faded away, but it does literally say fairy dust. I need to go and get my moisturizer to wear this though, because it is literally just a bottle of sparkles. There's nothing, it's not sticky. You just put a little bit of sparkle on your face, but I need to go and get stuff for that. But we'll do that. Okay, so I'll use the smaller palette because that will be easier. Where's it gone? There it is. Oh, although we're doing bright colours, so we need base first. Nate is late bingo, is in a bad spot. Oh, let's hope Nate turns up at some point then. Let's hope he turns up. Because he is late now. Sad times indeed. Sad times. Where should we go? Like, should we go kind of like up like this? Or shall we go like around and a little bit underneath? What do we think? Like a sort of wing almost to the side, or like a circle around the eyes. My experience, the circle tends to look, oh, I just got that on my eyelashes, whoops. Circle tends to look better. Not always though, it depends how well I do it. Think a circle? Let's go for circle then. Let's go for the circle. And what should we have? How should we do our orange and green? Ah, what I could do is I could do green on that like top, and I could do orange on the bottom. That would be cool. And then what I can do is if I put a base there, then it will be brighter at the edges. That's a good idea. Let's do that. Or we can go further out than that. We can go further out than that. Whee. That's more like it. Big old kind of blobby circle. Oh, it's a bit square. That's fine. It's all good. We'll see what happens later. I think this is because I'm one of these people that does makeup usually very close to the mirror, and this might be something to do with the fact that sometimes I'm doing makeup without my glasses on, so I have to be really close to the mirror. But when I'm further away, I'm then like, I know what I'm doing, this is fine, and then I look at it and I go, wait, what have I done? What is that? Oh, I don't know quite what I've done here. Something's gone a bit funky. It's fine. Let's move this one along as well. Okay, that one is a lot less square. Let's see if we can make this one a bit less square. Because once I put eyeshadow on this, it ain't moving. Not with base and not with a primer on there underneath. Okay. That'll do. A little bit extra on this side. This side, a bit bigger. I don't want to go too far out with the base, because then you can't blend very well. This bit always looks fun. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go for... which one's gonna... I should do the orange first, really. Because the dark... Oh, maybe I should do the dark one first. The green is darker. Yeah, I'll go for the green first. See how that works. We'll do that on the top. It's gonna take a while. So this is the thing as well, when you've used a lot of like primer and base and stuff, like it doesn't really move. It just stays where you put it. So you end up having to use quite a lot of eyeshadow. But that's fine because I've got a lot of eyeshadow. And I should get through it because to be fair, I have had this palette for quite a few years now. The big one's new. This one I've had for a while, so I probably should use it. I say should use it. I probably shouldn't use it. I probably should be using it up. Because it's old. Old as balls. That's a throwback. That was a meme throwback and a half. The green. And then I think if we can do the edge here in orange and underneath. See how that looks. Get the wing out. It's also, because of the light that I use for stream, it's kind of yellowy light. So sometimes things don't look quite as like vibrant as they do otherwise, like when you're in the bathroom and such. Yeah, there we go. Lots of lovely green. Looks a bit blue on camera, doesn't it? I also think that my left contact lens might be inside out. It's gonna go. It's being interesting. Definitely being interesting. Now I used to use, because I don't have any like white eyeshadow that would make it like this. So when we were doing Bowie's and Spelljammer, and I was doing all of that Goblin King makeup, which is not out yet, but you will get to see soon. It's going to be out very, very soon. When I was doing all that makeup, I would use this white like eyeshadow base for the white eyes. But because it's a base, it's not really designed to be used like as it is. So it would just like congeal on the creases in my eyes. It was horrible. Okay. This side we just need a bit on the edge. And then we'll be ready for orange. Get that bit out. As we were eating lunch today, my brother put on the very first episode of Loki because we were like, hey, season 2's coming out and we can't remember the show. And I forgot how great that show is. It's so good. Maybe one day I will watch season 2, but I'm so behind on like all of the MCU. I've really fallen off of the MCU in the last few years because I just couldn't catch up with everything. I couldn't keep up. Never watched Loki. Oh, you should. Oh, it's good. It's good. I love the first episode. Is quite interesting because, and I mean, this is kind of, I think that the reason they can get away with this is because it's an already established character and they're assuming that you kind of mostly already know what's going on with Loki. Ah, I remembered why I don't often use orange. Doesn't show up on my skin very well. It's a similar colour to my skin. We can make it brighter though. There we go. It's a bit brighter. Oh. We've gone off piste! Yeah, the first episode of Loki is really heavy on the like, on sort of like character, for lack of a better word. It's really heavy on like exploring what makes like Loki as a character tick and everything, and literally like talking that out as well. Like I'm trying not to be too like spoilery, but that's not the sort of thing you usually get in a like first episode. And so it's quite interesting. But I think like the reason that they've done it, and the only like this isn't looking as good as I'd hoped, unfortunately. I maybe should have gone the other way around and done the green on the bottom. But hey ho, I'm gonna go all the way under. And I think the way that they get away with it is because of it being an already established character, lots of canon already there, and they just kind of assume, yeah, you've watched something with Loki in it before. I think they do a relatively good job of like alienating you if you don't know what's going on, because they do kind of explain a lot of it, and it's not, and a lot of it is not actually relevant anyway, but they go through it anyway. So yeah, I think we did a pretty good job. Okay, that doesn't look too bad. That looks alright. Never really been interested in Marvel DC. Are you not a superhero person, Pyro? Just in general? Or do you have like other superhero stuff that you're interested in? But yeah, I've never been much of a, like, I'm definitely not a comics person. Doctor Who and Torchwood, nice. That's my big love. My big love is and will always be Doctor Who. Yeah, I've tried to get into comics, and I do enjoy comics. I like a comic, but like, there's just so much. It's so overwhelming, especially when you're talking about Marvel and DC. There are plenty of other like graphic novels and comics that you could read and get into that aren't those, that are nowhere near as like overwhelming. But I also just don't read these days, so there's also that. But like, yeah, I tried to get into it and I just didn't know where to start, and it was just so difficult that I gave up. Into like Marvel comics and stuff. I've never been a DC person at all. But it's only because I enjoy the films. I got into the MCU. I can't remember now. I definitely watched I remember watching Avengers. I don't think I think that was the first one I watched, because it was like one of those ones where it was on like TV at Christmas. So I watched Avengers. And then like after that I sort of started watching the other ones and got into it that way. And then I was really obsessed with it for a long time. Like, I have a bunch of DVDs, and most of them are Marvel DVDs, because I made it like my thing that I was going to collect all the MCU stuff on DVD, and that's kind of branched out into Blu-ray as well. So I still have a bunch of those, but I've fallen off it because they started making TV shows, and it's a shame because like the first couple of TV shows that they made were fantastic. It was WandaVision, it was Loki. They were both amazing. But I just don't have time for that. Like, it used to be, and I feel like that, I don't think they're releasing more films than they used to. But it used to be like, for me, it used to be a big deal to go to the cinema to watch a Marvel film, because I don't really watch things. I don't really watch films. So, for me, it was like, oh, a Marvel film's going out. Big event, let's go to the cinema, you know? And just, I don't really get that anymore, because I'm like, I feel like I need to catch up, so I don't actually go to the cinema. Some of the villains in Doctor Who are much more interesting. I agree. I fully agree. Yeah, there are Doctor Who monsters are just great. And a lot more interesting. But it's like, it's a completely different thing though, isn't it? Like, they're both sci-fi to some extent, but with completely different vibes. Like, I would struggle to compare Doctor Who with like any kind of superhero stuff, because Doctor Who is not a superhero. It's, you know, okay. I think this is all right, but I think I agree with Karisu. I think it does need the sparkles, but I'll do the sparkles after any like eyeliner and stuff that we do, because then I'll know where to put it. The Doctor is indeed a madman with a box. So the question is, what do eyeliner today? Just normal eyeliner? Or shall I attempt? I don't know how well that will go, considering we've already done the eyeshadow, but I can attempt the like weird smoky one. Or we can just have like pencil eyeliner around. What do we want? What should we do? These are my options. These are my eyeliner options. I suppose I also have this, which I'm planning to use once this one runs out. I think that's all. I used to have some like gel liner, but I didn't use it enough, and it like congealed and I threw it away. What should we do? What do we want? Nate, have you arrived? Hi Nate, welcome in. Trying to decide on what we should do with eyeliner today. There's essentially two major options. Aha! There's two major options, and it's like normal eyeliner or weird crayon-y smoky eyeliner that I'm really bad at. So I don't know how that would go. I've heard of Superman stopping meteors. Would he be able to stop the TARDIS? Hey, Superman can, and this is the one thing I know about Superman. I've never seen it. I've only seen one Superman film. It's an old one, and I know that he can turn time back by flying around the Earth the wrong way, which is absolutely not how physics works. But I know that Superman can do that, so I would say yeah. Thank you for lurking, Jazz. Welcome in. How are you doing? Nate, could you shout out Jazz, please? Because my hands are make-uppy. I don't want to get them on the keyboard. Right. I'm tempted. I am tempted to attempt the weird eyeliner, but I don't want it to go wrong. I also have the ink one, but it's a bit rubbish. But I have a better one. I could use this to touch it up, I guess, maybe. As soon as the TARDIS enables its true weight, I think Superman is fucked. That's true. That's true. Right, well, if no one wants to decide, I'll just do my normal one. How bad could it be? What, the TARDIS or my eyeliner? Which one? How does one stop something that has infinite mass? You don't. See black holes. My eyeliner? My eyeliner? Should we do it? I'm tempted. Let's see how it goes. I don't know what it's going to look like with eyeshadow. I don't normally do it with bright eyeshadow. I would normally do it with like dark eyeshadow. So this is going to be interesting. Are you aware of the official explanation of Superman's invulnerability? I am not. Let's go. Tell us about it. Why is Superman invulnerable? Okay, that wasn't enough. We need more. We need more eyeliner than that. Very limited telekinesis? What? I'm sorry? That's not how Superman works, surely. Surely not. Surely. Welcome in, Erica. It is actually green, but it looks a little bit blue with the light because my light is yellow. We've got green and then we've got orange. And I'm attempting to do some sort of this weird smoky eyeliner, but I don't normally do it with bright colours, so it's going to be interesting. He has an unconscious force field around his whole body. I'm sorry. He has a what? Why? Probably doesn't help that I have flux on either. That's alright. Okay. Get a bit more out this way. The original explanation was gravity is heavier on Krypton, but that doesn't work for flight. No. Yeah, that is a himbo superpower. Absolutely. Like, I know I'm not a DC person. I don't know anything about DC other than Lego Batman. That's like the one DC I've watched. And I don't think it really counts. But, okay. This is going okay. You know what? You know what? Might be able to use this with the normal eyeliner. Get some wings in there as well. Wonder. I mean, I usually go underneath with this as well and make it like proper smudgy. Well, I mean, we need something spooky, don't we? I need to look spooky. It is Halloween season after all. Yeah, there we go. This is why I often don't use this. We need more on the top because there's currently more on the bottom. Oh no! I completely forgot to put concealer on. I just like fully forgot. That's like the number one thing I usually do. But to be fair, it's not looking too bad. We'll get away with it. Super spoopy smoky. That's the idea. I might try and put a tiny bit on now. I've still got a clean finger. It's fine. I can't believe I completely forgot. It's the number one thing. I do the moisturizer and then I do concealer. And I just didn't do it. I'm sure the electric blue lipstick will go great with this. It will. It will go amazingly, I'm sure. Okay, we're not going to be able to put an amazing amount of concealer on, but I'll try. I'll put some more eyeliner on the top. This is really not the order that I'm supposed to do this in. But it's fine. We've already got the orange eyeshadow as well. So I can't go right up near my eyes like I normally would. Oh, I can always put the orange eyeshadow on the top again, can't I? Yeah, I can do that. There we go. There we go. Bit better. That looks a bit weird now on this side because I've gotten rid of some of that orange. Let's get it back. Eyeliner is absolutely so difficult. I agree. I agree. Can never get it close enough to your eye. Well, may I introduce you to my method, which is simply get it in your eye and deal with it. No, you shouldn't aim to get it in your eye, but I've worn eyeliner most days since I was about 16, so nearly 10 years. And so I'm very used to it now. There was a period of time where my, like, you know when you have, like, weird stuff in your eye, like sleepy dust and stuff? It was literally just always black because it got dyed black from my eyeliner. What have I done with that eyeliner? It's gone. Oh, it's right here. Here we go. Here we go. Your bingo card's looking a bit crap. Sorry. It's because I'm not playing the game. So in fact, to be fair, I'm pretty sure the only one on there that is like a game specific is like NPC voice and like me dying. Like, more on top. We need way more on the top here. And around the edge. There we go. This is more like it. Smoky eye. Out it comes. This direction. This is where we want to go. There's probably a way you're supposed to do this. I've got no idea what it is. This is just me faffing and trying stuff. Ooh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Trade your bingo card for another one. I don't think that's how it works. You can buy another one with bits though. Just gets caught in your eyelashes and your eye twitches and then it gets everywhere and you end up with gloopy mascara. Yeah, I know the feeling. The eye twitches stuff though you can get used to. Oh, this is going really bad. That's kind of what I've done over a period of time. So my eyes don't twitch anymore. Because they've gotten used to it. Okay, I've ended up with like a weird line here. And I'm not quite sure how to get rid of it. I've basically gone over the orange. Whoops. Whoopsie. It's fine. It's fine. We style it out. We style it out. There we go. It's fine. It's burnt orange now, right? Burnt orange. I think I am going to put some liquid eyeliner over the top of this as well. We'll have like smoky eyes type thing. Smoky pumpkin. That it is. That it is. Probably does smell quite bad, I imagine. I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I don't know if we need wings or not. I feel like the wings might look weird. This is just my normal makeup process. Amazing. Oh, I'm gonna have to move the microphone because it's right in my way now. Pumpkin insides, I mean, they can smell nice. I don't know if I'd really describe them as nice. I don't think that... I mean, if you have, like, raw pumpkin, I don't think that smells bad. I've carved pumpkins before. I don't think they have much of a smell, to be honest. To be honest. Oh, I wish I had time to carve a pumpkin this year. Last year, or maybe it was the year before. Can't remember. I did, like, a Zelda pumpkin. And it was so good. I was really impressed with myself. And, I was like, I should do this sort of thing more often. And I just, like, ran out of time the next year. And I've had no time this month at all. At all. Smells like vegetables. Yeah. That's kind of what I was thinking. It does smell like veg. I think Pyro, it must be stuck in one of those, like, scare mazes where it's like a farm. Like the temporary ones that you have at fairs and stuff. Pumpkins smell terrible? I don't think they do. I've never really thought of pumpkin as being a particular smell, to be honest. Honestly, using this eyeliner, I feel a little bit like a teenager in the 80s. Like a goth teenager in the 80s. That's kind of what I feel like using this. Okay, this is looking interesting, but I'm not going to say it looks bad yet. But it's certainly interesting. Definitely interesting. Okay, this is the side I've done. This side looks darker. Is that better than the other side? I mean, they're quite different. Because this side's got a bit of grey on it. On that side, because I winged it out. I feel like this side looks a bit better though. Because we've got the orange back. I wonder if I could maybe wipe that away and get some orange back into it. I might be able to manage that. Oh, this is going poorly. Let's see if we can get that orange, a little bit of orange back, shall we? Done the pumpkin carving and having to scoop out the insides that smell horrible. That's really weird. I've never thought of pumpkin as being a strong smell. Really odd. I don't mind scooping out the insides either. I think that can be like quite like if you're then being able to wash your hands and stuff, then it's fine. Okay, so I've done it. This side is a bit grey because I got a bit of eyeliner out, but here we are. I am going to put some of the liquid eyeliner on as well. Yeah, it does sound like you got a bad pumpkin, I'm not going to lie. Pumpkins are usually... To be fair, it was at the school, so that's expected, lol. They probably gave you a gone off pumpkin, so they were like, we're not going to eat this, so it's okay to be gone off. Right, where's my... Yeah, I'm going to put a little bit of liquid on over the top just to define it a bit more. Oh, absolutely. I wouldn't expect a school to pay for fresh pumpkins either. I'm going to warn you, I'm not going to be able to talk while I'm doing this eyeliner. I will smudge it. Immediate silence. Well, that's what it sounds like to me anyway, because I can't hear your lovely music. Yeah, that's alright. Maybe get a little bit of pencil on the bottom. Or maybe not. I don't know. I get olfactory overstimulation. So strong smells really bother you. Ah, but you're not bothered by pumpkins. Interesting. Interesting. Ooh. This is very difficult to do this far away from the mirror. I'm used to being closer. Right, there we go. A little bit extra definition. Yeah, no, that totally makes sense. Different smells would hit different people. That makes perfect sense. Hooray for olfactory overstimulation! Bought an air purifier recently? Nice. Your chimney terminates here and you get leaking smoke smells? Disgusting. That feels like something that you should always have. I've definitely got a dehumidifier, but I don't have an air purifier. I am quite lucky in that I don't have any allergies or anything, and I also, for the most part, don't get bothered by, like, smells and things. Loud noises can sometimes mess me up. Air filters! So I don't have to, like, do things like get air purifiers and whatnot. I think loud noises are weird because, like, it's not necessarily that I don't like loud noises. I'm fine with loud noises. Like, I'll love to go to a concert, like a metal concert, you know. That's gonna be super loud. I think it's more like unexpected and unwanted loud noises that I don't really like. So I'm not a big fan of like fireworks season, which is coming up. It's going to be next week. It's going to be so many fireworks. And you know, I'm all for blowing up Parliament, but do we have to all set up fireworks because of it, you know? Got these little nose plugs for walking around the city. Ooh, that's cool. That's a cool idea. Oh, Ellie's girlfriend has little like tiny earbuds, like earplugs to stop like loud noises and whatnot. But they're like really tiny and like go right in your ears, so they're really what's the word I'm looking for? Really subtle. And I quite like those. Maybe I should get some. Because like when I went to Pride, I loved Pride, but it was so noisy. That's it. It's relentless noise as well. And also, for me, it's like multiple noises that overlap that I really hate. So at Pride, there was like a million speakers all playing different music, and I just really hated it. So I had to get my headphones, like my earphones, and wear those. And that seems to help a little bit. High fidelity earplugs? Could be. I don't know. After a week, the white nose plugs turned dark grey. Yeah, I bet they did. Bodies are messy. Bodies are super messy. Weeping Angels would have a field day with Superman? Absolutely. Superman ain't got nothing on a Weeping Angel. You can't go to concerts? Ah, interesting. Is that because of sounds as well? Or is it also a smell thing? Hate having earbuds in. Yeah, I think that's my downside with earbuds, is I really don't like earbuds. That's why I always have over ear headphones, because I also hate like the ones that squish your ears down, all of that, you know. But I can deal with them for short periods of time, and I have dealt with them for longer periods of time occasionally when I couldn't use headphones for whatever reason. So like I can deal, I just hate them. It's the pits, but I feel that. Even with the earplugs, I can't though. Subwoofers make me feel like my organs are going to fall out. Yep, the earplugs would definitely not do anything about that. So I completely understand that. I like that feeling, personally. The like big bassy feeling, but again, I suppose it's a consent thing almost. Like, I like that feeling when I am expecting it and I'm welcoming it. For example, if I've gone to a concert. I do not like that feeling if I'm just out minding my own business and then like something's going on. Like when I went to Pride, it's like, yeah, obviously Pride's going to be noisy. I know that. But I wasn't expecting, and I didn't want there to be multiple subwoofers like blasting out different songs. That I really didn't want. So that was why I struggled a little bit with that one. The only thing worse than being perceived is perceiving yourself. Absolutely, and you've just reminded me of that thing where like, now you're aware of the weight of your tongue. You're welcome. Perceive yourself. And because you reminded me of that, and that I'm aware of it, now you lot have to be as well. Sorry, not sorry. It's a horrible reminder of Chibnall's shit writing. The Midnight episode. Yeah, Midnight was weird. I like Midnight as an episode. I think it's interesting, but it's like, it's almost like there wasn't much of a point to it, if you get me. I didn't really get what the point was, personally. It was just kind of like, just to scare you. It's like it didn't have, the monster didn't have anything that it wanted. Sorry, Nate. I've done it now. Hey, Andrew, welcome in. How is life? How you doing? We're discussing how we're able/not able to deal with like big, horrible smells, strong smells, or long, loud noises, things like that. Maybe I should do my mascara from further away more often. This is much easier. I usually do it really close to the mirror. Also, like, looking at it on stream, I'm like, Ooh, it's like I can't really tell the difference, but you also can. Very weird. 42. Oh, that was the one. Was 42 the one where they were all on the space station and with like no, that was like the Beast Below. Oh, what am I thinking of? Which one was 42? I can't remember. Doing well. Good to hear. Good to hear. I would smile, but it would mess up my makeup. If I smile while I'm doing mascara, I will knock it into my face. And that would be interesting, to say the least. 42 is where the Doctor had to save a ship from crashing into the weird parasitic sun in 42 minutes. Oh no, that is the one I was thinking of. I was mixing it up with the Beast Below. They have right. Those two episodes have the same colour palette and the same kind of like vibe of location. And I have a very visual memory. So I can only really remember something if I can remember what it looks like. Oh, that's another thing. You guys. Where are you on the that scale of how you picture things in your brain? Because I'm whichever one is like can visualize everything, every detail in the brain. Because if I imagine something, I've got it there. I've got like a 3D model. I can turn it around. It's got like shadows and shine and everything on it. I have a very vivid imagination and a very vivid mind's eye. But like some people, like I know Betty has aphantasia. Betty can't visualize things. Where are you guys? Do you see things, or do you just know what they look like? And that's like why I've got such a visual memory, because I have to visualize what something looks like in order to remember it. And I really struggle. It's like I love music and I love listening to things, but I'm really bad at music trivia because I can't remember. And I'm really bad at being like, oh, what's that song? I can't remember it. But visually, I can remember everything. You're very visual as well? Yeah, it's why I'm so, like, I'm quite good at learning lines, because if I can see them on the page, then they'll be in my brain after I've read it a few times. It's also why it really annoys me that, like, a lot of, when you do musical theatre and you do that kind of vibe of work, not necessarily like, if you're doing like a proper full-on like musical, you'd have the score and you'd have the music. But I've done like some like community stuff where they just basically get you to learn things by ear, and like I hate that, because if I can learn things by ear, but it'll take me 10 times as long as it will if I have the sheet music in front of me. If I'm given the sheet music, I can go through that song once and I'll learn it with a piano, you know. If I've got a piano and some sheet music, bash out the line, I'll do it. But I can't, like, if I have to listen to it, I have to do it so many more times. And it really annoys me, because I'm like, you could easily do music and still teach it by ear. And that way I would learn so much quicker, and everybody else could still learn that will need it by ear, you know. But hey. Well, hey, that's eyes done. No, it's not eyes done, because I was going to do the sparkles, wasn't I? I was going to do the sparkles. Visual, but like I need to update my glasses prescription. That is fair. That's a really good way of describing it. The whole Flux story of Doctor Who was dumb. Absolutely. I hated it. Because we know from the 9th Doctor era that he watched the Earth die with Rose on the space station. Yup. Yeah, Doctor Who doesn't have any consistency. What I am going to do, because I want to put the sparkles on, is I'm going to quickly run downstairs and grab the things I need for the sparkles. But I'll be right back. Alrighty, I've got my stuff. I've got moisturizer and I've got like little cotton buds. This is what we're gonna do. Let me get my sparkles. I should have left them out. Did I leave them out? No, I didn't. I put them in back. I put them back in here. They're such a tiny little bottle. They're so small. Where are they? Aha. Found him. I agree. I do feel sorry for Jodie. She's a really good actor. But the writing was really quite bad. Quite bad indeed. When I learn a new song, not really memorizing the individual notes, but all the progressions. Yeah. That's how you kind of have to learn to sing songs, really. It's more on progressions and patterns and things. Everything pretty much spot on after one listen. Oh, I don't know how you manage that. The melody might not be a note off here or there. Interesting. Yeah, I'm the complete opposite, really. But like, I think it comes from like whatever your background is. So I learned my music and stuff. I learned from. I just squirted moisturizer onto my chair over there. I learned classically because I learned by playing the flute. So my sort of understanding of music comes from reading music and a classical background. So I've got a very like strong idea of how to read music and how that like translates. Whereas my brother, on the other hand, is much better than me at like doing things with harmony and doing like working out chord progressions and listening to things and whatnot. Because he's a drummer, so he's learned everything from being a music teacher and from like learning piano to teach it and to accompany people and things like that. So that's what he's ended up doing. And so we have really different skill sets for music now, which I find really interesting. And he would absolutely like, this is something that we were doing on Friday night. We were messing around together. That was quite interesting. It was Rose's theme. I don't know where I'm going to put the sparkles, by the way. I've just got them on my little cotton bud. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. I might just literally just do a big, like around the edges here sort of situation. But like, we were messing around. We had, I think it was Rose's theme that we were looking at on the piano. Sura J Quantum, hello! Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. But yeah, we had that. Oh yeah, look at the sparkles. I'm gonna make them even bigger because they look tiny on stream. They look bigger in real life. We were learning that, and we were sort of messing around doing it together, and I found it really interesting because we had just, and I remember describing this yesterday, that night we had literally just sat down and wrote a song together in like half an hour, and we were very impressed with ourselves. And he was brilliant at like coming up with the chord progressions and just like what should go next. And like a couple of times we started writing it and I was like, this is really high, and he was like, okay, let's go down a key, and it took him a few tries, but he worked it out really quickly. And then eventually we'd done the whole song, and then I went, it is actually still quite high, I'm sorry. And he was like, oh, okay. Went down a couple keys again. And again, it took him a little while, but he figured it out really quickly. And I'm like, I don't know how you can do that. I could never, ever have done that. Because I have a really poor understanding of like harmony and chord progression. Oh, this side has gone weird. This side is weird. Oh well. But then we got like the music for Rose's theme out, and we're like sight reading it together a little bit just for fun. There's the sparkles. And he really struggled. Whereas I don't. He's better at piano than me. I'm not amazing at piano. I had like 9 months of lessons in my 3rd year of uni. That's my piano experience, And so, but I could sight read that much better than he could. It was really interesting. Right. I am gonna go quickly go back downstairs because this is why they don't usually do the sparkles. They get everywhere. And I'm just gonna... I've got it all in my hand, see? So I'm gonna go and wash them down the sink. But yeah, whenever I can post, I'll improvise a bar and then be able to tell you 1 or 2 songs that use the same 3 or 4 notes. Amazing. That's incredible. Just maths or just scale degrees. Yeah, whatever's easiest for you to learn. Absolutely, absolutely. To be told by Chibnall to not watch any of the previous Doctor Who stuff. Wait, did he actually tell her that? That sucks. Oh, I would have preferred Mark Gatiss. Mark Gatiss would have been amazing. He would have been so good. And everyone loves him. Right. I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to wash my hand. Okie dokie. My hands are clean. We can get back to it. Ooh. It would help since Gatiss was the co-writer alongside Moffat. Yeah, exactly. He's written some Doctor Who before. He knows exactly what's going on. He's all good. And yeah, you're right, Andrew. It depends what you're doing the most. And I don't really do much with harmony and chords and all of that. So I didn't really develop it. Not me just kicking the desk. Ignore me. Right. I didn't really explain what I was doing there with the sparkles, I realised. I basically just used moisturiser to make it tacky, to make it sticky. And then you can put it wherever you like. Because the thing with because it's just glitter. There's nothing in it. It's just glitter. But safe to put on your face. If you do that, you can't spread it. It will just be on your cheek. So that's why I used to use Vaseline, but the moisturiser is a lot nicer. This is my eyebrow pencil. There we go. And so, you see now, they've dried. That's why I do them at the start. And now we can draw them in. I don't really draw in eyebrows. I mostly just kind of fill in what's already there. Because then they look a lot more natural. But I usually do more around the edges, sort of fill them out a little bit. Because the middle here is quite dark anyway. And that's going to be different depending on your eyebrows. Some people have loads, big bushy eyebrows like me, some people don't. So, it fully depends. My problem is though, and this will be probably the same for everyone, my eyebrows are very wonky. Which they should be. The whole, your whole face is wonky. Nobody is perfectly symmetrical. But it really annoys me. This one is a lot more angled than the other one. So I struggle to make it a bit, smoother. But I try. When I talked with someone about how old Tom Baker must be, I was thinking he would be coming up to 80. Or potentially mid-80s. I have no idea how old Tom Baker is. How old is he? He's going to be 90 soon? Tom Baker! I'm not ready to lose Tom Baker. He better be one of these guys that sticks around for years and years and years and years. Your refrain for eye makeup was sisters, not twins? Ah. As in, even though you all wanted the same makeup, you had to do it slightly differently for each person because your faces were different. Is that the idea? I'm not really sure. And that is very cool. I love that you've done like burlesque. That's really cool. It's the sort of thing that I feel like I would love to do, but I also like, I don't like dressing like that. That's the thing. And I don't like doing that sort of thing on a stage in front of anyone, but I would love to like learn how to do it, but I don't think I'd want to do it in front of anyone, you know? Right, well, I actually think, you know what? This actually doesn't look too bad. I don't know, like, it looks a bit weird on stream. I don't know if it's just my computer, but it does look a bit like I've just gone. But it looks okay in real life. I'll take a picture. So, what are we going to do? Lips. Lips is next. I've learned so much more while developing lessons for my students. Absolutely. Teaching makes you learn real fast. Although I know what I'm doing when I started nailing down the specifics for my students, I somehow learned so much more. You absolutely do. You absolutely do. I've never taught music. I've only taught maths and science. I don't feel good enough to teach music, which is ironic because I'm better at that than I am at science. Eye makeup doesn't have to be identical on each side, just clearly related. I see. That makes sense. Struggle to memorize lines? Yeah, I have a really visual memory, so I can do lines really easily. Oh, I forgot I had this one. I had a little teal. Oh well. Right, lipstick. Where's all my lip stuff? I've got a lot of lip stuff. It's just all kind of willy-nilly. A lot of burlesque troupes will offer like technique classes from hair to makeup to costuming. That's really cool. I'd love to, maybe like a burlesque themed exercise group would be cool for me. I have always struggled with the sexy style dancing whenever I've done it. I like, honestly, when we did the wild party at drama school, I had to be like coached through it by my teacher, and she was a bit like, I was really bad at it. But like, and I feel like it's one of those things that makes me kind of uncomfortable, but if I were doing it just for fun, I wouldn't necessarily mind. Wow, I have more lipstick than I thought. I'm just kind of going through to get them all out to try and find everything. Oh, I forgot I owned this. There's like a gold sparkly eyeliner. I don't think it really works anymore though, because I've had this for years. Anyway, there's another one. Oh, look at this I've got as well. Look, it's asexual face paint. You go like that and it does like a little asexual flag. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, I think I've got all of them out now, potentially. Maybe? Oh no, there's another one here. Okay. Who was the famous actor who was saying they could read through an entire film script just once and have the whole thing memorized? I have no idea, but some people can do that. Absolutely. Absolutely. Burlesque exercise is great for isolations. Oh, I'm hypermobile. I'm good at isolations. I just can't control them very well. It's very closely related to vaudeville. Absolutely, yeah. I am a bit of a comedian. I do love doing a comedy. I'm not quite there yet. I'm getting there. I love improv comedy. That's what I want to do. Someone did a routine as a crazy cat lady. Amazing. So, right. I can't hold them all in my hands at once, so these are my options. The one that Bob Dim wants, which is bright blue. This one is kind of sparkly. So sparkly blue. I then have this is just lip gloss. And it looks pink. It is a bit pink, but it's mostly translucent. Just like sparkly. I would usually put that over something else. I have this one, which is like a pink. Oh, this is confusing me. I'm confusing myself. Ah! Dropping stuff everywhere. Here it is. Here it is. Yeah, it's like a sort of, it's got a kind of sheen to it, this one. It's kind of dark pink. Samuel L. Jackson, that doesn't surprise me. I've got this one, which is kind of nude. It's like a nude colour, that one. I've only got one lip liner, it's this one. It goes quite well with the pink. This one is a matte one, which is a very dark purple. I then have this one, which is like brown. This is a shiny one. I was wearing this yesterday. A brown shiny one. And this one is a lighter pink. There's not much left of that one. Like a light pink. I should have... Oh, I don't know where it is. I should have a dark purple, like, lipstick as well, but I can't find it. I've got red. Standard red. And I've got black. Matte lipstick. Liquid lipstick there. Any advance on the sparkly blue? Does anyone want anything else? I can always do, like, eyeliner or eyeshadow around the lips instead of lip liner, I guess. I could try that, actually. I could try that if we're doing blue. Ooh, I could try a lip liner with eyeshadow. See if that works. See how that goes. You're vibing with the purple. Okay. Where's the purple? Where's it gone? Oh no, I've lost it already. There it is. I couldn't memorize a limerick for the stage. Different strengths, isn't it? It's like what you've been practicing. I've had to learn a lot of lines in my time. Okay, gang. There's enough of you. I feel like there's enough people in chat. Okay. Nate, are you there? Can you do a poll? Because my mirror's in the way. My mirror's going to make it really difficult for me to do a poll. Unless you guys want to just put blue or purple in chat. That works too. Which one? I was looking for her by name. Can you do a poll, please? Purple or blue? Because my mirror is in the way and it's making it very difficult to do a poll. Unless I could magically see through it. That would be really nice, to be able to see through the mirror. Oh, I'd never actually... Until this moment, I'd never actually considered this. This says vegan suitable on it. I'd never considered that not all makeup is vegan, and I should have done. I don't think there's no makeup that is. You don't know how to do it? Oh, that's okay. I will do it. I just have to lean around the mirror. It's fine. It's fine. Am I still in shot? I actually don't know. Oh, what did I knock over? Oh, I'm just dropping makeup on the floor. It's fine. It's all good. Question. What colour? I've no idea if I'm going to be spelling these right because I can't really see them. Oh, my makeup's falling on the floor. Blue. Purple. Okay. There we go. There we go. We've got 1 minute. Go. Vote. 1 minute. Get voting. I'll look into it. Maybe I can't do it on mobile. No, you can't do it on mobile. No. It is a desktop only situation. I can make it emote only chat. That's not helpful, but thank you. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Yeah, I think I've shown you guys... Oh, I found another one. I found a slightly lighter purple. This one's a bit shit, though. I don't really use this one. It's really bad. It dries out super easily. What have we got? That's my primer. I think I've shown you guys pretty much everything that's in here. I also have a glue stick in here for eyebrow reasons. Oh, I have white eyeliner. That's the thing I own. Any other interesting things in here? Not really. That's everything. Purple! Purple it is. Purple it will be. I'm gonna put this over there because I'm gonna just drop it on the floor again. Let's go. I'm gonna be honest. I know we did the pink like blusher instead of the bronzer, but it actually looks like the same as the bronzer. I might start using that instead. Now I'm definitely not gonna be able to talk while we do this. Talk amongst yourselves. I can hum though. Da, 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 da. I like liquid lipsticks, but they take they take a lot of concentration. Nate, stop. Don't listen to Nate. He's a flat earther. if you're new here, Nate's not actually a flat earther. It's just a joke. But you're saying flat earther type things. Of course the water would all fall off. How stupid of me. I never considered that. You're right. Speaking only logic, absolutely. You know, I bet there's a whole, like, ice wall over on the other side as well. That would only be logical. You know what I'd really like? I would really like some bright purple lipstick. Like purple, not dark purple. This looks really weird. Look at that. But like, and not like a pinky purple, like a proper purple. But I tried to find some and I couldn't. Didn't have any in the shop and they didn't have any online either. I suppose I could go to the makeup brands themselves. Oh, this is going wrong. Maybe if I stop talking, it would be fine. It is spoopy appropriate, absolutely. What was I saying about it not taking the whole stream to do my makeup? Here we are. Now we got plenty of time. And I'm nearly done. This one I usually do a couple of coats because it is not very thick. Good morning, Faye! You did miss the makeup choices, I'm afraid. You did. We're nearly done. I think that we've made some very good choices. No winged eyeliner for me today. This never happens, you know? I feel like in the past, I've done eyeliner like this and then, like, also done winged eyeliner because I'm like, it wouldn't be complete. And it doesn't look very good. There we go. That'll do. Tip. If you want to avoid getting lipstick on your teeth, do this. You get a little bit of lipstick on your finger. This one wasn't too bad today, actually. But it gets rid of the lipstick on the inside. And then, it mostly doesn't get on your teeth. Now, because this one is like a matte lipstick, like usually I would blot the lips with toilet paper. But it's a matte one, so I don't think I have to bother. Okie dokie. I think that's everything. Last thing, setting spray. Let's not get it over on the computer. There we go. All done. Once the setting spray dries, I won't be quite as shiny. There we have it. This is the final look. We've got orange and green around the eyes, and we got some smoky eyeliner. We got sparkles, and we got the purple lips. Yay! There we have it. Right, I'm just gonna move some things around so that I can actually play a game. And then I think we'll play some Star Rail. Because I like Star Rail. And I've done I did my dailies earlier. And I did and I've done Simulated Universe for this week. I've still got the Master of Chaos, but that's 2 weeks, isn't it? So I've got a whole week for that. So maybe we'll go... I feel like I'm fancying going into the quests, because I haven't gotten any further in that Topaz quest that we started. So I feel like it might be time. It might be time to go visit Topaz. I gotta open everything first. How's the lighting doing? Because sometimes the makeup changes the lighting. Get a bit brighter. There we go. Let's play some Star Rail. Let's do it. Well, I have to say thank you guys for the cool makeup choices. You know, this actually looks really nice, and I think like I always wear winged eyeliner, but I actually really like this. Maybe I won't wear winged eyeliner all the time anymore. Maybe I'll mix it up. I really like the smokiness. That's real cool. If you didn't already know, this was a reward for our lovely subathon. We got to 20 subs. Yeah, the smoky edge is quite nice. I'll make sure I take like a proper picture later as well, because it doesn't show up amazingly on stream. I don't know if it's just my my monitor though. It could be. Right. Fair warning, I'm gonna start the game. It might balk the stream for a couple minutes while it loads. But once it does, we'll be there. Yay! That you do, Nate. That you do. Them's the breaks. They be how they works. But don't worry, because we still got 2 hours left on the subathon. What I think I'm gonna do next week is I've been thinking about changing Wednesdays and Fridays to Tuesdays and Thursdays, because Fridays are not actually very convenient for me. So I might start that from next week. And that means that I don't know what it is that has been causing this. Yeah, stream's dying because I opened the game. It's fine. We just gotta load it up and then it'll be alright. But I don't know why the microphone just... It never used to do this. But the last month or so, it's just randomly started not, like, stopping working, and then I have to, like, unplug it and plug it back in again. I don't know why. It's really annoying. The CPU is absolutely begging for mercy. Reminder, I have a goal on my wish list, so I can buy a new CPU. Right, well, the game loaded actually quicker than I expected it to. So let's go. Let's go. Turn the music on. Oh, my computer's being slow again. Let me click on things. Let me click them. Why you do this? What are you doing? Okay. It's thinking about it. It's thinking about it. Ooh, not happy. We'll get there. This is why I normally start the game before stream. Okay, we are here. We are ready to go. What's new in the travel log? Oh, it's plain and Fisher. I don't really care about that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't really care right now. Let's do this quest. I want to do the quest. Let's go. So I'm trying to remember where we got to with this quest. So I remember meeting Topaz, and we also... So she was talking to Bronya, and apparently Belobog owes the IPC an insane amount of credits because they thought that Belobog was destroyed, and now they found out that Belobog wasn't destroyed. They're like, actually, we're not going to write off your debt, which is really shitty. Then I remember the IPC workers kind of took over the Great Mine to do like inventory management or asset management or something.
Rest.
And like then Topaz called them off. Oh. Reloading the server. It does this every single time. It's really weird. It doesn't do this on mobile either, so I think it's a my computer thing. I don't know why. Headed to church! That's alright, Nate. Enjoy church. I will see you soon. Yeah, you all better behave. You all better behave. Don't act like Nate. Behave. Oh, I was wondering how much Stellar Jade do I have? I've got a respectable amount. Respectable amount. Hey, the Satanic Temple has great views on people's rights. I know, Nate. I know.
Welcome back. I appreciate your help more than I can express. It couldn't have been easy running all over the city.
Wasn't that easy?
That's what friends are for, Branya. You don't sound like yourself. Is something wrong?
Yeah, she's probably super stressed.
I'm fine. I haven't rested in a while.
Branya.
There's just too much happening all at once.
Now, I might be doing the exact same thing right now, but I'm still going to tell Branya that she needs to rest. You couldn't have foreseen all this.
Perhaps, but the IPC won't wait for me to catch up. They're moving quickly. Belobog is crawling with their agents. All they talk about is asset evaluation.
Yeah, because they're disgusting. Now, Andrew, I think it was... if you were doing one from scratch, absolutely, it would take ages to make a cosplay of any of these characters. But I know that you can... Most of these characters, you can get pre-made sets of cosplay materials for them. So it depends. It depends which route you went down. It might actually be real short. You never know.
Silver lining is that apart from the mine incident you mentioned, there haven't been any major conflicts in other areas. I suppose Topaz must have issued an order against harassing the citizenry.
Good.
Still, it hasn't stopped panic from building. People are confused. They don't know where these strangers in black came from, nor what their intentions are.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, you can. It's mostly I mean, if you bought a pre-made one, it would probably look a little bit more like a costumey than like a cosplay, if you know what I mean. But still, there's some people who have essentially taken the 3D models and 3D printed the necessary props. Yeah, you can do that too. Things are a lot easier and quicker these days.
Did you manage to get in touch with Topaz again? We're curious to know what solution she has in mind.
That's the reason I asked for you to come here. I need your advice.
Don't give in to her demands.
Look.
Anarchy. Oh, what does it say?
It's...
The contract Topaz sent to me a little while ago. There's a handwritten letter attached.
Yeah, Andrew, that's what I tend to do as well if I'm doing any kind of cosplay or whatever. I usually do like a wardrobe one. I don't have time to... I can't make things for starters, and I also don't have time. Never done anything fantasy based. Yeah, I mean, you can do like modern or like wardrobe cosplays of fantasy characters, you know. But to do it if you want to be exact, then you got to make it yourself. You gotta pay attention, you know. Yeah, I don't cosplay very often either. It's a lot of effort, and I just don't have time. Someone took the 3D model for one of the warframes and upscaled it to 4K and then 3D printed it? That's cool.
Please, take a look at the contents. And then tell me your thoughts.
Miss Branya, if you'll permit me to call you that, I'd like to share a story with you from my own life.
I don't want to hear about your life, Topaz. You're a fucking capitalist.
In your eyes, the IPC may seem heartless or cruel, but in reality, we all have a story to tell. As for myself, I was born on a small, unremarkable planet at the edge of the galaxy. A place whose name is known only to the native inhabitants.
Here she is, and she's forcing her pet to type this out for her.
My home planet was extremely resource poor. To survive, people worked laboriously, manufacturing products for other civilizations in the galaxy, mostly in chemical or heavy industries. Given these circumstances, the natural environment of my home planet became increasingly harsh. I don't recall the exact moment when it happened, but people started wearing respirators just to walk down the street. All you could hear were the wheezing coughs of the people, day and night.
If she's going to take this story and say, so that's why I joined the IPC, I'm going to be like, my friend, do you not realize that they are the oppressors that have caused this problem? Have you not realized this?
My home was facing its demise. The relatively wealthy chose interstellar migration and started anew. The majority who stayed could only struggle on amidst sewage, acid rain, and dust, waiting for the end. Finally, one fateful day, the IPC arrived on my home planet. They had the technology to repair our planet's damaged environment. In return for their help, they asked for just one thing: that all inhabitants sign a contract which would make them employees of the IPC.
That Topaz. That's like forced. That's basically forced indentured servitude. That is indentured servitude. Do you not see what you're saying, Topaz?
Years after signing the contract, the dark clouds and haze disappeared, and
Oh my
people
God.
began to take off their masks. After 3 years, vegetation and trees began to grow and thrive again. After 5 years, many animals previously on the brink of extinction reappeared.
I can't believe what I'm listening to right now.
When I was finally old enough, I officially became a member of the Strategic Investment Department. I witnessed the changes that took place on my home world, and was determined to bring the same changes to many other worlds in the galaxy that were experiencing the same fight.
I'm sorry? Was determined to bring the same changes to many other worlds? You wanna bring slavery to the many other worlds? This is a stance, right? This is a stance to take, and this is a wild thing to put in a game. Okay.
I am writing to you, Miss Branya, with the genuine desire to express something important.
That you're a slaver?
I know freedom is precious to people, but in reality, there are things of much greater value, such as survival.
Oh my god. I cannot believe this is the stance. And I hope that this is going to be a Topaz stance that we will now debunk and be like, you know, there's another way, Topaz, and she'll eventually be like, I've seen the light. I hope this isn't the stance this game is gonna take. Because I really like this game and I would really like to keep playing it.
How many generations of Belabogians will it take to embrace the stars again without assistance? Who can guarantee that every future Guardian will be as prudent and enlightened as you? How can you guarantee that a disaster such as the Stellaron crisis will not descend upon Belobog yet again?
Indoctrination is indeed a hell of a drug, it seems.
I have already negotiated the best possible deal for you. Once you sign this contract, all of Belobog's debts will be forgiven. In addition, the IPC will set up a special team to support the reconstruction of Eurilla 6.
I mean, there's also the fact that the debt was written off and then they just turned around and went, nah. Like, come on.
I can understand that for you, this is an extremely difficult decision, because you, and you alone, will bear the fate of all Belabogians.
Yeah, she knows that. You don't have to tell her, Topaz.
But because of this, I believe that you will make the right decision. A decision that will truly benefit your people.
Her words do sound quite sincere. What do you make of it?
I think it's an absolute load of horse shit. That's what I make of it. None of these are as aggressive as I want to be. None of these choices are aggressive. She's a smooth talker, but that doesn't mean she's telling the truth. That's as aggressive as I can get.
I agree. But it struck me as an honest letter. I found the contents quite moving. It's hard to imagine she'd write something like this just to deceive me.
Yes, she might believe it. It's still weird and wrong and bad.
In any case, she wasn't wrong when she said this would be an extremely difficult decision. This planet's fate, the civilization it carries, everything that's happened here and everything that will happen, it all rests in my hands.
Poor Bronya.
This definitely can't and shouldn't be a decision made by me alone.
Is Bronya going to have a referendum? Perhaps you should gain some insight from others first. Yeah, that's a good idea.
That thought has crossed my mind, and it comforts me to hear you say that.
Right. I don't think it's fair for you to carry the weight alone. Why not discuss it with others first?
Topaz hasn't given me much time to consider. She
funny
wants
that.
me to decide as soon as possible.
I wonder why that could be.
I wanted to put it to a vote and let all the citizens of both the overworld and the underworld have their say. But with such little time, I'm afraid that's a lost cause.
Yeah, almost like they don't want you to do that, Bronya.
I'll convene the Klapoth Fort architects immediately to discuss the contract. As for the locals, I'd like you to gauge their stance on the matter.
That's going to be difficult.
The people of Belobog hold both of you in high regard. They'll most certainly be willing to tell you their thoughts.
Let's hope so. Do I have voting rights? No, I'm not a citizen here. It's time to race against the clock. I don't live here.
Yes, we need to move fast.
We've got your back. We failed to convince Topaz, but this should be a piece of cake.
Thank you, March. I'll assemble the ministers. Let's meet up here again later.
Now,
All right. If we want to make an informed decision, we need to hear from both the overworld and the underworld, right? Let's start with the overworld.
okie. Yeah, do I have the right to kick the IPC off the planet? Absolutely. I have the butt for it. Let's do it. Honestly, I knew that, like, Topaz and the IPC were bad news. I knew this. I really did not expect it to go this hard. Where Topaz is just like, slavery is fine. I'm like, no. She's like, well, I was a slave and now I'm an employee. Isn't it great? And it's like, no, you're basically still an indentured servant. Like, what the heck? I am actually floored.
We meet again. How have you two been?
It was said before that eventually Belobog would heal. Like when? When was it said that? We're talking to Pella.
Uh-oh. That look on your face tells me something's wrong. I hope it's nothing too serious.
We need your opinion on an important matter.
Sounds serious. I'm all ears.
You tell Pella about the IPC debt and the choice facing Bronya.
Really? You better not be making things up.
Yeah, when we first defeated the Stellaron, absolutely, yeah. It was said that eventually they would heal. But the IPC didn't know that. Right? When they wrote off the debt hundreds of years ago. Well, it said that Belobog would recover from the Eternal Freeze, but it'd take time. Absolutely, yeah. But that's got nothing to do with the fact that the IPC are here, you know? So they'll be fine without the IPC. The problem is that if they say no, then the IPC are going to try and claim their money. And money that they have no right to, I would say.
I wish it were made up. Unfortunately, it's all true. We don't have much time, Pela. Bronya wants to get everyone's opinion. Wait, you're telling me I have to make this huge decision on the spot? At least give me a few seconds to think it over.
Pela is a serial, like, overthinker.
Okay, I think I've got it. If it were up to me, I'd probably agree to the IPC's conditions.
Oh, yikes.
Huh. Okay. Any particular reason? I've looked at some of the climate reports, and based on the data I've seen, it'll take 3 or 4 more generations for the snow to completely subside.
She wants to speed up the recovery.
And that's assuming no other disasters occur. I care more about those in the present than a future I can't be sure of.
Pela! I didn't come here to be stabbed in the heart today. But that's a sentence that I agree with wholeheartedly.
If the IPC is able to bring about immediate change, then I think that's a price well worth paying.
Ask for the Trailblazers' help. Yeah, we'll just print credits. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Building a better world for future generations sounds great, right? But is it any fun for the engineers and architects who are directly involved in such a pursuit?
Okay, I was with you for a bit, Pela, and now you're losing me.
I see. So compared to a distant and uncertain future, what you really care about is making sure the people around you have a good life.
I think there's a balance of those things, right? Like, Pela is like, let's not bother about building a good future for everyone because then we can have a good life. And I'm like, no, we should bother. But we've also got to look after ourselves, you know. We can't do one or the other. Yeah, we have millions of credits. We're totally fine.
Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Because what's that whole thing? Can't help others if you don't help yourself. I'll just be jingling you for the fun of it. Oh, Saval's an anarchist. Saval would say no. Absolutely. We need her opinion.
Well, well, look who we have here. You and Marge paying us a visit. What's the occasion?
Yeah, to be fair, we could go to Jingyuan and be like, Jingyuan, can we have a big loan, please? We need your opinion on an important matter.
Oh, sounds like something serious is happening. You'd better fill me in.
You tell Saval about the IPC debt and the choice facing Bronya.
What? How is that possible? I need a moment to wrap my head around this.
Serval, we're racing against the clock. No time for head wrapping.
Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to pressure you into making a bad decision.
It's okay. I've thought it through. If it were up to me, I'd sign the contract.
Saval! You're letting me down!
What? Hold on, are you serious? I thought you'd be against it for sure.
Yeah!
Surprised? My reasons are pretty simple. Signing this contract would mean we no longer have to worry about surviving. For most of the residents here, especially those in the underworld, that would be more than enough to persuade them.
So this is going to go down the route of everybody choosing the easy path, right? The easy path is not always the good one.
As for working for the company, people need to work no matter where they are, right? If the IPC tries to take too many liberties, we can always rise up against them.
Yeah, but it's much easier to rise up against them if you're not literally an indentured servant, Saval. Exactly, that's how they get you, Saval.
You know, I've always longed for the stars since I was a child, which is why I devoted myself to science and the studying of the Stellaron. If someone told me that I could do whatever research I wanted with only a small price to pay, I probably wouldn't hesitate.
A small price to pay? Saval, you think slavery is a small price to pay? What's going on?
I see.
Please, somebody talk some sense.
That makes sense. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Oh my days. I thought Saval would be right, would have our backs. She'd be like, fuck them, we make our own music. But no. No, no, no. Oh, my days. Who are we talking to now? Please be a sensible person. Oh, it's done. Oh, he's going to sign it, isn't he? He's going to be like, yeah. Come on, done, please.
Is that the Trailblazers? It's been a while. I didn't think you'd be back in Belobog so soon. It's been pretty hectic in the city lately. All these people dressed in black suddenly showed up, and even the Silvermane guards have had trouble dealing with them.
We need your opinion on an important matter.
You need my opinion? I'm happy to help.
You tell Dunn about the IPC debt and the choice facing Bronya.
So that's who they are. It's worse than I imagined. The Madam Guardian must be under a lot of pressure. Is there really nothing we can do to assist her?
We're here to gather everyone's opinion on the matter. I know this is a little sudden, but we're running out of time. What's your take?
I'd refuse the contract, of course.
Yes!
There is no room for compromise.
Finally!
Just look at them. Arrogant, stomping around here as if they own the place. How can such people be trusted? Who's to say they won't breach the contract?
Yes, Dunn's our man!
Faced with this sort of coercion, we must resist them with all our might. Surrendering is not an option.
Yeah!
You must warn the Madam Guardian not to allow herself to fall into their trap.
Absolutely, I agree.
A soldier's perspective is always valuable, Dunn. Thanks for your input. I'll make a note of your opinion.
Okay, at least... Right, now we're going to talk to people in the underworld. Hopefully, they'll,
Did
at
we
the very
miss
least, level it
anyone
out.
in the overworld? I think we asked just about everyone we needed to.
Did we miss anyone? We only spoke to 3 people.
From what I've gathered, it seems like most people in the overworld are leaning towards signing the IPC's contract.
I have a feeling the underworld is going to be opposite because for any of you that aren't familiar with Star Rail, the overworld and the underworld is a massive class divide, essentially. They used to be blocked off from each other. They're not anymore, and it's getting better, but yeah, I think... Yeah, I was just thinking that, Pyro. I was like, people on the surface will be like, oh, it'll make life easier for the people in the underworld. And the people of the underworld will be like, fuck this! Get away from me.
We'd better hurry to the underworld and see what Natasha and Zila make of it all.
I think it is, you know, basically the people, the richer people, the people who have been better off all this time, are kind of like, oh, it would be nice to not have to struggle anymore. And then the people, I'm hoping at least, that the people in the underworld, the people who have actually been struggling this entire time, are going to turn around and be like, fuck this, fight the power. Only Natasha and Zila. Yeah, no one else in the underworld matters. Just these 2 people. To be fair, the 2 of them together. Yeah, fuck Luca, fuck Sampo.
There is noise.
To be fair, I wouldn't ask Sampo. I wouldn't ask his opinion. Oh, Jinglio, why are you causing my server to crash? Oh, I hope... I really, really hope that this quest is going to end well. Yeah, Sampo would try to make a counter-offer. This is absolutely what he would do.
What brings you 2 to the underworld? And why the long face?
Well, we need your opinion on an important matter.
Seems a little out of the blue, but since you came all this way, it must be urgent. Go ahead.
You tell Natasha about the IPC debt and the choice facing Bronya.
That is a lot of information to take in. Sorry, both of you. I know you're in a hurry, but I need a moment to think.
No stress, Nat. Just tell us what you really think.
I've thought about it, and... well, if I were Bronya, I wouldn't sign it.
I knew we could trust the underworld.
I won't deny the offer on the table is a very tempting one. And if we refuse, Belobog will not only have the burden of a huge debt, we may also incite the wrath of a very powerful force.
Natasha knows what's up.
But even so, a quote I read back in school came to me just now. Those who are willing to give up freedom for security will end up with neither.
That's a great quote. And you're right, Natasha. I completely agree. Yeah, I was thinking this as well. If March does get a 5-star version, what element and path would she be? I don't know. We don't really know much about her. So I don't know.
Living in the underworld has taught me that this phrase is true. I'd rather trek through the frigid snow plains than live in a beautiful cage.
Me too, Natasha. Yeah, because maybe I think it would be fun for her to be fire, the opposite. I think that could be fun. Heck yeah, Nat.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a pretty convincing argument.
As it should be, because it's correct.
Another vote for the against pile. Thanks for your insight, Nat.
Alright, now, knowing the way these games usually work, we're going to find 2 more people. One of them's going to be for, one of them's going to be against. It's going to be a tie, and I'm going to have to choose. But that's okay, because I made up my mind when I first met Topaz.
None other than the saviors of Belobog. To what do I owe the pleasure? To be honest, I'm surprised you even remembered an old geezer like me.
Yeah, fully switched just a hunt for preservation. That would be so funny.
But I can tell by the look on your faces you're probably not dropping by to say hi.
Nope, we need your opinion on an important matter.
Let me guess. Something to do with these unruly people in black showing up everywhere?
Yup.
Well, ask away. It just so happens I'm curious about them myself. Maybe I can be of some help.
You tell Oleg about the IPC debt and the choice facing Bronya.
I see. That's a tricky situation, all right. A lot for anyone to handle, let alone someone as young as Lady Bronya.
Mr. Oleg, out of all the people we know in Belobog, you have the most life experience.
That's true.
What do you think we should do?
Want to hear the truth? I'm afraid great ambitions and lofty plans no longer hold much appeal for an old-timer like me.
Meaning?
If this IPC does indeed possess the magical power to restore Belobog back to its former self overnight, then I think the answer is clear.
Is he going to agree?
Have you considered the opposite? What about if we refuse? The reconstruction plan already sounds like an endless endeavor. And with the added burden of a massive debt, well, is that something we can manage on our own?
Oleg!
What worries me the most is how Lady Bronya will handle the backlash from her people. Will she be able to withstand the criticism? Is she prepared to carry the weight of a tarnished reputation for years to come?
This isn't fair on Bronya. Bronya, yep, the last Supreme Guardian.
Huh. I guess I never looked at it from that angle. I wouldn't wish that title on anyone.
Nope, which is why we shouldn't agree.
Thank you for your thoughts, Mr. Oleg. Another vote for the 4 pile.
And now we're going to go talk to Zila, and we know Zila. Zila's going to be like, fuck this shit, I fight them. She'll be like, you know what the answer is? The answer is I go and beat Topaz up. That's going to be Zila's solution to the problem. Oh, are we going to talk to Clara instead? But you specifically mentioned Zila. I guess we're not talking to Zila, we're talking to Clara. And presumably Svarog.
Miss March, big sister, what brings you to the underworld?
Oh, I would. Yeah, putting all the 4 boats in the bin. No, at the end of the day, I do believe in democracy. Even when people disagree with me.
Hey there, Clara. Is Svarog not around?
Mr. Svarog went out for a walk with a lady called Topaz.
Yeah, this isn't gonna go well.
What? Topaz? Do you know where they went?
I'm not sure, but Mr. Svarog promised he'd be back soon.
What now? Svarog's super logical. We should definitely get his opinion.
I think he's on Topaz's side, right? Clara's opinion is just as
True.
important. Yes.
Don Hung's always saying that Clara's really insightful for her age.
Huh? Miss March, do you want to ask me something?
Yeah, we do. You tell Clara about the IPC debt and the choice facing Bronya.
That's complicated. I don't know what to say.
Oh no, an accident. What a shame.
It's all right, Clara. No pressure. Just tell us how you feel about it.
I think if we have a choice for the future, it should be everyone's decision.
I agree.
Because when I was playing with Hook, the moles, and the other kids, we talked about our dreams. Everyone has different dreams. If we accept Miss Topaz's offer, then doesn't that mean our dreams will never come true?
Clara knows what's up. Yeah, no pressure. It's just dictating your future. It's
Just
fine.
taking away people's dreams like that. I don't know. It feels wrong.
You're right. Children see the world as a place where anything is possible. Just the thought of our lives being predestined from birth makes me shiver. Thanks, Clara. Your thoughts mean a lot to us.
Wait. So not only would everybody here be signing a contract to put themselves into indentured servitude, their children would be slaves as well, with no choice. Why is this even a choice? Yeah. After collecting more citizen opinions, the final results are in.
All that running around has worn me out.
I agree. Clara should be the Madam Guardian. But
So, the final conclusion
a
is...
draw.
The votes are completely even. I don't know what to do. Both sides have really compelling arguments.
No, they don't, Marge. There's still one person left to ask.
Right! We haven't asked Zila.
No, we haven't.
She's probably still in the Great Mine helping the miners. Come on, let's get going.
Zila's the one that Bronya will listen to, isn't she? Isn't she? Because they're girlfriends. And Zila will be like, heck no, I hope.
Back so soon? Any news? Are you feeling all right? You look a little uneasy.
We need your opinion on an important matter.
Important matter, huh? I can tell from your tone that this isn't gonna be a lighthearted chat. But I'm ready to hear it.
Yeah, Bronya, listen to your girlfriend. You tell Zila about the IPC debt and the choice facing Bronya.
I think I get it. At first, I thought it was just a few IPC ruffians overstepping their boundaries.
Yeah, you didn't think the future of Belobog was at stake, right?
I mean, why would you?
Right. I need a little time to process this.
As it stands, the votes are even. Your opinion will make all the difference.
Well, not to put any pressure on you or anything. Good job, Marge.
In that case, I
Zila!
abstain.
Zila! No.
What?
I
Your vote is extremely important.
thought about it. This responsibility rests on Bronya's shoulders, not mine. No matter the choice she makes, she has far greater foresight than I do. She can see the bigger picture more clearly than I can.
This isn't how democracy works, Zila.
The vote is tied. If I were to give you my view, it would tip the scales and possibly impact her final choice.
Marge, why did you put your foot in it? Why did you have to open your big mouth and say something?
I'll respect whatever decision she makes, but it's not my place to make it for her.
I think you're right, Pyro. Zila was the sub all along.
Understood, Zila. This is a difficult decision to make, and everyone feels differently about it. It's times like these that a leader must stand up and do what's needed.
Oh, my days.
Right. It's Bronya's decision. She knows what's at stake. She won't run away from her duty. I trust her wholeheartedly.
Because I'm getting some hints from the people that have said no, I do think that it seems like this game, at least, is identifying what it is that they have, like, created. They're identifying, oh, this is taking away these people's freedom. Yeah, they might not be saying the word slavery, but, like, it's heavily implied. So hopefully that means that we are going to treat it with the disdain it deserves eventually.
You, just let her know my reasoning. She'll understand.
Well, it's all in Bronya's hands now. She has to make the final call.
Do you trust her judgment?
You bet. The Express can vouch for Bronya. That says a lot about her character. The time has come. Let's go fill her in. I'm curious to see how she's handling those Klapoth ministers.
That's true. We haven't heard what the architects think. I mean, they are all stuffy politicians, so they're probably going to be shit, but let's find out, shall we? Oh, my days.
People, there is noise.
I'm real scared. I'm real scared. Can't we just beat up the IPC and chuck them off the planet? That's my solution to the problem.
Whoa, the fort's packed. I've never seen this many people here before. Oh, jeez, I can barely even hear myself think.
Oh, they're not happy. Okie dokie, Branya. Investigate? What are we investigating? The white desk before you belongs to the majestic ruler of this planet, the supreme guardian of Belobog. It looks distinguished, elegant, and well kept, just like its owner. Different people may have different reactions when faced with such a desk. Those who love order view it as a perfect masterpiece and leave filled with admiration, while those who love chaos lick their lips as they try to return things to the lawless entropy of the universe, quickly finding reason enough for themselves. The valiant reserve the right to rummage through this desk. So then, which kind of person are you? Of course, I love order. I don't want to do this right now. You refuse to unleash your pent-up destructive desires, instead turning away to show your best side. That I do. Branya.
March, you're back. So, what's the verdict? What do the people think?
Bad
We
news.
talked to people in both the overworld and the underworld. The final result was a tie.
It's hardly a proper democracy, though, let's face it. We did just ask our friends.
I see. I suppose everyone has their own way of seeing things. I can't say I'm surprised. What was Zila's perspective on the matter?
See, Zila, you could have helped. She's behind you, whatever you
I
decide.
should have known. That sounds like Zila, all right.
Did you come to a conclusion with the ministers? Oh, it's so loud I can't tell what anyone's saying.
I think they're tied as well.
It's pretty much the same situation here. Neither party is willing to compromise.
Well, there isn't really a compromise, is there? There's sign it or not.
The time has come to make a decision. This chaos cannot be allowed to continue any longer.
Oh, Branya.
All of you!
I know what to do.
Wait!
Himiko!
I have something to say to the Supreme Guardian.
I wasn't expecting this.
But aren't you?
Pyro's overprotectiveness is coming out.
Himeko? Wait, is that the real you or a hologram?
Yeah.
It's the real me, March. Real as they come.
Yeah, it's definitely not a democracy.
Miss Himiko, from the Astral Express? It's an honor. Thank you for all your help in our previous campaign. Things might have turned out differently without your support.
They would.
If we had known of your arrival beforehand, the architects would have given you a proper welcome. I'm afraid the current circumstances are quite exceptional.
I understand, Miss Rania. No need to explain. Your city is facing immense difficulties. My intention is simply to ensure that you have all the relevant intel.
I knew Himiko would be on our side. Do you have a solution, Himiko?
I hesitate to call it a solution, but I might have some information that might help. It is my hope that with this information, you will be better equipped as the Supreme Guardian to make a wise and informed decision.
Information? Please, tell me what you know, Miss Himiko.
I happen to have a friend with knowledge of Topaz. What Topaz said about her home world is indeed true, which is why she believes that the IPC's takeover of Belobog is the only way of ensuring the city's survival.
Yeah, indoctrination.
But there is one thing she intentionally left out. Not all worlds that have accepted the IPC's terms have been saved.
You mean...
They can't promise anything.
Performing ecological reconstruction on a planet carries inevitable risks. According to the intel provided by my friend, the success rate for the ecological reconstruction of worlds using the IPC's technology is 63%.
Only 63% of planets succeed? That's not exactly comforting.
Wait, Himiko is her last name? What's her first name?
This is the overall average across all IPC projects. The success rate of projects personally handled by Topaz is above 80%. She's undoubtedly one of the most capable people in her field.
But still.
I wanted to bring these numbers, these probabilities, to light. I think it's only fair that you know all the facts before making a decision.
It might imply that it's her last name. Unfortunately, this game has the slightly misogynistic practice of calling women Miss First Name, Miss March, Miss Bronya, Miss Zila. So I think it's still her first name, sadly.
Ultimately, it's up to you, Supreme Guardian, to make the final call.
Bronya definitely
I
has a last
understand.
name. It's Rand.
Thank you, Miss Himiko. This information is of great help.
But nobody calls her Miss Rand.
Regardless of how alluring their promises may be, this contract is nothing more than a gamble.
No.
As a leader, I cannot let the future of Belobog hinge on a roll of the dice.
Aha.
Now that you've decided, I don't have to pretend to be impartial anymore. I think you're making the right choice, Bronya.
Yeah, Erica, I think Himiko is the first name, and I only know this because Himiko is the name of the, like, goddess in Tomb Raider, which is a Japanese goddess. I don't know if that's based on a real thing or whether they made up some mythology for it. I don't know. For consistency purposes, her first name would be Murata. Is that a Honkai Impact 3rd thing? Himiko's but. Well, yeah, Rand is her adoptive name, but that's still her legal surname. Just Murata is a surname. There you go. There you are. So, yeah, just because your name is an adoptive name doesn't mean it's not your surname.
Astral friends, I have an idea, but for it to work, I'll need everyone's cooperation.
Sure.
I need some time to rally all the residents in the city. And then, I'll meet with Topaz again. Please locate her for me. It doesn't matter where she is or what she's doing. And if the IPC is still trying to take over Belobog's assets, I ask that you do everything in your power to stop them.
Gladly.
Don't worry. Leave it to us. We'll find her. It won't be easy dealing with her, but these two will help me get the job done.
Let's go.
Belobog's future is not for sale.
No.
And we'll never forget the friends who stood by us in our time of need. Not once, but twice.
And forever.
Stay safe, everyone.
Time to kick Topaz's butt. Zaychik? Could be. But I mean, it's up to her, isn't it? If her adoptive family is her family, then her true surname is Rand. If she wants her true surname to be whatever her birth one is, then that's her true surname. It's up to her. We can talk here, Japard, and share your reports with the crew. Yes, Lady Bronya. The more details, the better. The Supreme Guardian ordered me to garrison in Rivettown with Silvermane guards and automatons to stop the IPC's infiltration. The defense went smoothly at first, but then Topaz herself appeared with some special technology that allowed her to seize control of all our automatons in an instant. It seems Topaz is heading for a certain area in the depths of Rivettown. For some reason, Svarog is with her too. March says, Svarog? Is he trying to go against us again? Bronya says, I hope not. My instinct tells me that there's something else behind this, but I don't know for sure yet. Himiko. At least we know where we can find Topaz. Let's go, march, Chloe.
Gepard
Let's
should
go.
be waiting for us in Rivet Town, right? Here we go again. Back to our old stomping grounds for another adventure.
Let's go. Let's go find Gepard. Oh, that's the wrong button. That's not a V. That's a V. Let's go find the puppy boy.
Where there are people, there is noise.
Hey.
The Supreme Guardian has briefed me on the situation and asked that I assist you in locating Topaz. Ready to enter Rivet Town? We'll go in together when everyone is set.
Ready.
Keep your guards up. We might run into IPC agents ahead.
Okie dokie. Let's do this. Do I want Jing Liu or shall I bring in... Shall I bring in my boy? You know what? We're going to give it a go. If it goes badly... Meanwhile, with Topaz and Svarog...
Destination reached.
Oh? It's a bit weird too, since Bronya doesn't sound much like a Russian name. No, that's true. But hey, it's fantasy world, so they can do what they like.
Wow, would you look at that? Huh. I never would have guessed it'd be here. But I don't see any mech or weapons. This place is completely surrounded by mountains. Surely they can't be.
Affirmative. The weapons are concealed within the towering rock formations.
What is going on? Apparently it's Russian in nature. Fair enough.
No wonder we couldn't find the automaton factory. It was right under our noses all along. Wait a minute. You said these weapons have been hidden here from the very beginning? That means the architects of Eurillo 6 never used them in their fight against the Legion.
So they don't know they're there? Ya is a common diminutive or affectionate suffix in Baltic language. Ha! Okay. And in Russian means armor, strength, and protection. That's interesting. Which is ironic considering what she does in Impact Third, yeah. Yeah, you are really here with the random facts. It's really fun. It's really fun. I love hearing about like where names came from and stuff because I don't know anything about that sort of thing. I don't know much about language, just generally. All I know is that I've been using Duolingo to slowly learn Spanish, and I didn't realize that I know more French than I thought, and it's messing me up because Spanish is very similar to French.
Correct. After the IPC departed from this world more than 700 years ago, no one has possessed the necessary knowledge for activating these weapons.
But let me guess, Svarog does.
The architects used the IPC blueprints to construct replica automatons. However, the overwhelming majority of the combatants, commanded by Elisa Rand, were human.
I see. The stories about this world are truly captivating.
Look at that little evil face. Look at that little, my world now. No one has even used this shit they were given? Oh, what, the weapons? Yeah, I know.
I would like to ask you a question, Topaz.
You're awful polite for a big robot. Ask. Don't be shy.
If the IPC does not intervene, this world is doomed. Are you convinced of this conclusion beyond any doubt?
Good question, good question. Making the debt void? Oh! I mean, logically that's not really how it works. If you give someone something, or if you know, and they don't use it, you've still given it to them, right? That's not really how debt works. But what it does mean, I suppose, is that those things that haven't been used would be worth more and could therefore be reclaimed to wipe off more of the debt.
Yes. I've gone through countless case studies, and they all point to the same conclusion. Any world that comes into contact with a Stellaron is doomed.
They didn't also come into contact with us, though.
On the surface, things may appear to be getting better since the Astral Express lent a helping hand. But sooner or later, the underlying problems will resurface. A looming crisis can often lie hidden beneath the illusion of prosperity, unnoticed by many.
Understood.
Understood. That's it? You don't have any thoughts on the matter?
Emotional readings indicate that your response is sincere and accurate. That is all I wish to confirm regarding this matter. While my opinion on the future of this planet may differ from yours, it ultimately holds no weight. I am merely a tool, not a decision maker.
Svarog! Your opinion is always worth everything. Hey, Bluey! Hello. Bluey Blur! Welcome in. How are you doing today? Is it Bluey, or have you just got multiple E's? Is it just Blue? How's it going? How are you doing?
If only my colleagues had the same self-awareness as you.
Ah! Okay, Topaz. That's a sentence. That's a sentence.
Come on, Numby. We've got some assessing.
Okay, so we've learned that Topaz thinks that her colleagues' opinions are not worth anything. Great. We still want to know who contacted you. We do. We do want to know that. Who is giving Svarog commands? We still don't know this. Just Blue is fine. It's going. It's going. Things are always going. Just finished trying to farm some relics. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I don't often bother with farming relics, I'll be honest, because I find it boring. So I don't do it.
Topaz disappeared after leaving Rivet Town. In her absence, her subordinates flooded in and took over.
The IPC soldiers are well equipped. It wouldn't be wise to fight them head on. Captain, what do you have in mind?
You're right, Miss Himiko. We'll be using the automaton stealth bomb to cover our tracks.
What if they take control of the automaton?
Automaton stealth bomb?
I'll explain later. Let's get moving.
I got the new chick, so I'm trying to get her ready for Hall of Memories and Simu. Same. Same. I will get, like, the way that I kind of do it is I go, right, I want this set, and then I kind of, like, try and get a full 5-star set of that set, and then I don't really bother with re-rolling stuff and all of that jazz and finding new ones that are better. You know, I'm just like, once I've got a 5-star set and I've leveled it up, fine. I'm happy. Right. Here she is! Ta-da! I'm working on her traces at the minute. We got them, to be fair, I was doing that this morning. So we're halfway there on the traces. Kind of halfway there. But like Conan and leveling up is all good. I still need to sort out the relics because I've got these. This is just there for now. I'll probably use a different set. But I need to get a set for her. Use her on a destruction team. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Look, down there! It's the IPC!
Let's kick their asses. Yeah, we look at the difference between our Jinglius. They are very different.
Keep noise to a minimum, everyone.
Yeah,
I
March.
don't want to alert the enemy to our presence. It's time to deploy the automaton stealth bomb.
Okay, how do we do that?
Are you ready? Use the automaton stealth bomb to wipe out the IPC threats.
I can do that. Ready.
Remember, try to avoid being noticed. Remaining hidden will increase our chances of success.
Her Blade, Dragon Dan, and a healer. I did think about putting her and Dragon Dan in the same team. I don't have Blade. I did think about it, but then I would probably put them with Paler, and then I've got, like, they all want to use their skill points. Ooh, this is fun. When controlling the automaton stealth bomb, press the attack button to trigger self-detonation and stun all enemies in the attack radius to complete the challenge. But if the automaton fails to stun all its enemies at once or is discovered by enemies, the challenge will be failed and written off. Okay. Try to avoid the enemy's line of sight and use sprint to approach your enemies and take them all down at once. I see. Yeah, I didn't think it was very stealthy. It does not appear to be particularly stealthy. Okay. Well, there seems to be only one so far. I love that Jingliu's just like on her phone. Turn around, sir. Turn around. Here I come. Okay, that was just a tester. Okay, fine.
Wow! We wiped them all out in a single explosion! That's what you call efficiency!
It's a shame we had to resort to this method, but we had no choice.
You Silvermane guards sure are a righteous bunch.
I mean, March, I do kind of agree with them. That's murder.
I've seen standard issue robots like these before. It's an IPC field team leader.
Correct. The exterior is similar to the Grizzly, but its weapons and armor are more advanced.
We can knock it out.
Hopefully the automaton stealth bomb will still be effective. Let me know when you're ready.
It would be fun when you get Jingliu to do 200k damage. I think, honestly, once I've gotten her all leveled up to the point that I want, I'm fingers crossed. I'm hoping she's going to be more powerful than Dunhong. Then Dragon Dunhong. Okay, let's use the stealth bomb.
Use the.
Let's
Remember,
go.
Try to avoid being noticed.
I will do my best. Okay. They're talking. Oh, this guy's moving around. Okay. But I've got to get them both together. Oh, this might be tricky. Come in here. This is the one. Boom! There we go.
Woohoo! The coast is clear!
To be honest, I didn't think it would be so powerful. Good thing everything went according to plan.
Yikes. Onwards.
This is the road that Topaz took when she left Rivet Town.
I love that there's just the sparkle things there.
Let's find her and tell her about Bronya's decision.
This time, the gloves are off!
Time to fight! I love that March is so violent. She's so ready to kill people. Everyone else is like, let's stay calm, and March is like, let me fight her! Let me at her! Ooh, this is the new place. Ooh, Svarog! Hi, sir.
Mr. Svarog? Are you alright? I hope Topaz and her IPC henchmen didn't hurt you.
Greetings, outsiders. System functions are normal. I have had no conflict with the IPC's representatives.
Yikes. I thought we might be facing off against each other for a moment.
Such a result would be highly undesirable.
I agree.
Topaz is ahead. She had the means to force me to comply with her orders, but chose not to.
Okay, that's a point in her favor.
From her perspective, the only way to preserve Belobog is by incorporating it into the IPC. While I do not agree with her viewpoint, I lack the computational power to provide evidence to the contrary. While it is unlikely, I still encourage the avoidance of any potential conflicts.
I mean, we tried that with you, Svarog, and it really didn't go well. Exactly, Svarog doesn't want to hurt me. I'm Clara's big sister.
Unlikely potential? Meaning there could still be conflicts.
Don't worry, March. The Express never pursues conflict as a first means. But if it comes down to it, we won't back down either. That's how it's always been.
Himeko's right. As long as we can look at ourselves in the mirror and know we did the right thing, that's all that matters.
Okay, we gotta confront Topaz. Let's go. Oh, I love that it's a big lift. Look at the big lift. Let's
Why
go.
would Topaz come here? Is she looking for something?
She's gonna have so many
It's
weapons.
possible. Many mysteries lurk beneath the surface of this world.
I might,
Show your courage.
do this. Here we go.
Oh, hey there, Slowpokes. I was starting to think you weren't gonna show up.
Oh, she knew all along, did she?
This lady next to Miss March looks oddly familiar.
Do they know each other?
Pleasure to meet you, Miss Topaz. I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Okay, I'm gonna go with no.
Oh, wow. I remember now. The illustrious Miss Himiko. Some of my colleagues dream about meeting you.
Himiko is that famous?
Of course. The Nameless have quite the reputation. You're following in the footsteps of the great Akavili, after all.
I'm pleased to see how well everyone's been getting along. Topaz, based on your greeting, I presume you have a good grasp of the current situation?
Of course. The deadline has already passed, but Branya still hasn't signed the contract. I think I can guess what's holding her back.
And what are you gonna do about it?
Please, don't misunderstand us, Miss Topaz. We have no intention of opposing the IPC or its board of directors. But we have very dear friends on Eurilo 6.
Hey, Mark! It has been a while. Welcome in! How are you today? Buttspot, you're so rude. It's been a while since Butt been here. Hey! How are you? I hope you're doing fantastic.
Standing idly by and watching them sign an unfair contract goes against everything the Nameless are about.
Miss Himeko, sorry for interrupting, but this doesn't sound like a negotiation.
Yep, Buttspot is here. You can type, I think it's exclamation point ignore me if you don't like Buttspot, and it won't butterfly your messages.
We needn't waste our time, March. She made her decision 10 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
There's no fooling the Astral Express.
Nope.
You're absolutely right. Differing views don't necessarily mean one person is right and the other is wrong. However, to keep things moving forward, there's usually only one solution.
Time to fight! Here we go.
Huh? What do you mean?
My superiors have granted me the approval I need.
Mm-hmm. Your vacation time has been approved?
I wish. So many eager faces. I won't keep you in the dark any longer.
Oh no, Mog! I hate when that happens. Oopsie. Is there a way you can change the email on Discord? Is there a different way you can authenticate it? But hey, you're welcome to make... If you've got a new account, you're welcome to come back in the Discord.
Approval to launch an attack on the members of the Astral Express.
Then I guess the IPC are our enemies.
The best kept secret to
Fantastic.
getting something over the line. Always be ready to turn the tables. Go, Numby.
Why does the pig fly? Oh my days.
Projects under my wing have no room for error.
Here she comes. I fight you now. That's alright, Mark. You can just join the Discord again. Totally fine. Yeah, it's down in the about link, or you can put exclamation point Discord and it will show you as well. Hey Nexus, welcome in. How are you today?
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them!
Crush them. Oh, this will be fun. I haven't actually played with Jingliu in normal speed, so I can actually get to see her attacks, which I haven't done before. Do any of these have a buff? No. Have that. Doing well. I'm doing great, thank you. Apart from having a flat tire this morning, I'm doing great. But that was my brother's car anyway, so he has to pay for it. Yikes. It was annoying though. There was a... We went back because we knew where it had happened and it wasn't far from our house. So we came home and we walked to the place where it had happened and found like a little wrench in the road, and that was what had caused it. So we took it out of the road so that no one else would drive over it and put it in the bin.
A blade of moonlight.
Hey, there she is. Bam!
Enemy targets detected. I'll contain them.
Oh, I thought she would end it, but no. Oh, the self-healing. I forget that they can do that.
Naughty children.
Always
Don't
forget.
miss nap time. That's troublesome.
Other than the flat tire, oh yeah. His car, his issue, yeah. I'll help him out, but yeah. Yeah, it was like all like squashed up, like it had been driven over and stuff. Like, so strange.
Ready for death.
Oh, ready for death. Wow. But like, it was funny as well because we began.
All will be revealed.
Ooh.
In lunar flame.
I haven't seen this in normal speed before. Ooh. Yeah, we tried to replace the tire ourselves. We were like, we can do this. We have a list of instructions. It will be fine. But we couldn't even loosen the wheel nuts. All we had was like a Allen key wrench type thing to do it with, and we were literally like, he was pulling it one direction and I was pushing it in the same direction from the other side, and we couldn't even loosen these wheel nuts. So we gave up and we phoned the AA.
You'll pay for this.
Officially re-discorded. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How's it been going? It's been going good. It's going good.
We've entered the storm.
Yeah, I've been finding out. So I've got a new job now. I do 2 planetarium jobs now, in addition to the acting. So it's going quite well.
A blade of moonlight.
Yeah, things people throw in roads, it's insane. It is tough to change a tire, especially neither of us had done it before. And I was like, I feel like this is something that I once learned to do, but I can't remember it now. Yeah, they were super helpful in our case. I've not usually had much problem with the AA. Sometimes they can take a while to reach you, which is why I was like, we should try and do it ourselves because I don't want to wait here for an hour. And then
You're in bad shape.
and then like we went in. I didn't even have to call them. You go in the app and you say, I need help. And then he turned up in like 20 minutes, said, hey, this is my easiest job of the day, and replaced it in like 5 minutes. But he had like special tools, like much more powerful tools, so he could loosen the wheel nuts. Just have constant studying. Are you at uni now, Mark? It's my mysterious disappearance. That is totally fine.
Stand down.
You know,
spare you.
studying is very important. And a lot of kids ask me these days, how do you know so much about space? And then they look really unimpressed when I say, well, I did lots of studying and lots of exams. Yeah, I mean, it was a real simple fix because we had a spare wheel and everything. So it was just replacing it. But we couldn't get the wheel nuts off. And I was so annoyed because we were on the side of the road and I was like digging around in the trees and I found like a big rock to use as a wheel chuck.
Tedious.
And then of course we couldn't even get the wheel nuts off, so we didn't even need the wheel chuck in the end. And I was like, oh my days. You've just applied for uni, nice. A week ago? Oh my gosh. Exciting times, exciting times. Uni's great. You'll enjoy it. Yeah, that was my contribution. I was very proud of myself.
All will be revealed.
I found multiple things. I found a couple of big logs, and I was like, oh, maybe we can use these big logs, but they were a bit too big. Oh, he's calling. I'm not actually paying attention to this. I didn't realize the team leader could summon people. That's annoying. Yeah, I found a load of logs. They were too big, and then I found someone else's wheel that they just left on the side of the road, and I was like, maybe we could use this. And then I found a big rock, and it was the perfect size as well. You went to an open day for Warwick. Ooh, nice. Warwick's really good for maths, and that's all I know about it. I also know that Merlin was filmed at Warwick Castle.
Time for a shot.
I call that thinking on your feet. Well, I mean, you could say it was thinking on my feet. You could also say it was because the instructions we were following said, if you don't have a wheel chop, then using something like a large rock is a good substitute, you know.
Good.
That was the last open day you needed to go to. Ooh, amazing. So now you've got your applications in. Oh, that's the stressful part done then. Now just gotta get your head down, get studying and do those exams.
This battle is unavoidable.
Just in time.
Logs and old wheels, absolutely. Honestly, it was the best possible place for us to break down because we were not far from home at all. We were so close that we could have walked if we needed to. And we were just on our way to visit my granddad, so it wasn't like a major thing that we couldn't go in the end. And it's half term, so my brother works in school, so he can just take it to the garage tomorrow. It was funny though, because the garage that I usually use, that both of us usually use, we'd literally just gone past it. We could have driven that car slowly to the garage, but of course it's a Sunday, so they're closed.
You're in bad shape.
Definitely not going to be benefited by it being good for maths. Lol. Yeah, it was on the RAC website, I believe. That we saw that.
The time is now. Lend me your strength.
And we were a bit concerned because we were like, do we have everything we need? And in the end, I saw like we did have everything we needed, but
Ready for another?
once the AA man was here, it was clear that we had like shitty versions of everything we needed basically, and he had all the proper equipment, so he could do it really quickly. It would have taken us ages to do it because we would have had to like do everything by brute force.
All will be revealed.
Okay, I would really like Natasha's ultimate attack right about now. Would be really good.
A blade of moon.
Okay, well she's next after Jingliu, so we should be good. I'm thinking that maybe I should have brought Dan Hung with me. That would have been probably quite useful.
Here comes the medicine.
Give me the
Your
ultimate.
assistance
Oh
is
shit.
timely, but troublesome.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Jingliu better not go down, otherwise we're gonna it's not gonna go well. Not gonna go well for us at all. Okay, I'm gonna try and
I'll contain them.
oh no. Oh, it's got another action. Hopefully the other action will be summoning the reinforcements. Yeah, it wasn't too much of a hassle in the end, which was really good. The game is good. It's my favorite game. No.
Naughty children.
I should have brought Dan Hung.
Save it for your own skin.
Oh
Just
dear.
in time. Just a little something.
It's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna be sad if I die here because I'll have to go through the whole thing again, and I don't want to do that. Bam, bam, bam.
This battle is unavoidable.
The time is now.
Oh,
Lend me your strength.
I shouldn't have done that. Never mind.
Stand down and I'll spare you.
Are support characters allowed for this? I don't think so. I didn't notice, but I don't think so. Kept getting the notifications and thinking, huh, that looks cool. I should watch and jump in. I hate, totally fine. I know the pain of not having time for leisure activities, because I don't either. Hence why I still haven't finished watching Ahsoka. I managed, and the only reason I managed to catch up, so I've only got the last episode to watch now. And the only reason that I managed to catch up was because I had my plans unexpectedly cancelled on me.
All better now?
That's the only reason.
Your assistance is
And
timely.
I was like, oh my days. Right, I'm just gonna aim for the team leader now, I think is the best thing to do, because I want to... We're supposed to be ending stream, but I want to finish this fight. And we're not gonna do that unless we keep hitting the team leader.
A blade of moon.
I love Ahsoka. I'm enjoying it so much. It's coincided with me being super busy that I haven't been able to sort of keep up with it. That I'm very much enjoying it. It also helps that it managed to come out
The time is now.
literally the same time that I finished Rebels. So I've gone straight from watching Rebels for the first time straight into Ahsoka, and it's just, it works so well. It's so good. Oh no, I completely agree, Mog. It will never be Andor. Andor is the best piece of Star Wars media that has ever existed. Yeah, it was 10 out of 10. I agree. Andor is the best. And as much as I love Ahsoka, and as much as I love all of the characters and all, and big thing, I love just seeing a bunch of cool, badass women doing badass things. Is really great. Despite that, Andor was still a masterpiece. Oh, Nexus, you're so right. The monologue that I'm really bad at remembering characters' names. Skellen Skarsgård, whatever his name is, his character. He did like a little monologue about like about being like Luther. Yeah, that was his name, Luther. Luthen. No, it was Luthen. Yeah, him. And he had that monologue about having to do terrible things in order to overcome the great evil. And I was like, this is a fantastic monologue, because you don't have it wasn't even like preachy, and that's something that I get from, like, sometimes they can be a bit preachy with things like this, because I don't necessarily agree with Luthen's take on it. But you could still see him as a good character despite that, if that makes sense. There was really a really interesting sort of thing to go with. Yeah, absolutely. Andor wasn't really as Star Wars as the others.
Incredible. No wonder the Astral Express is so highly regarded.
It makes perfect sense. You're so right. It's just a great show that happens to be in the Star Wars universe, rather than being, we are telling a Star Wars story, you know, which was what made it really good.
Finished warming up? Now it's my turn.
Oh my days. Topaz, I'm supposed to be ending stream.
Stop! All of you, put down your weapons.
Oh, that was the best line. I burned my life to make a sunrise that I know I'll never see. Mwah! What a great line!
Branya! You're here just in time. Things were about to get out of control.
Now, I love Star Rail, but it ain't got nothing on the writing of Andor.
Supreme Guardian. I was starting to wonder whether you'd left the Express crew to fend for themselves. That would hardly be becoming of you.
I would never do such a thing. There was an important matter that required my attention.
What important matter?
More important than this?
I agree, Nexus. I wish they had that passion too. Yeah, Topaz, you're not the entire world, you know.
Yes. I think you'll understand the significance once you see it. In short, I need you to help us evaluate our current progress.
I'm not a Trekkie Mog, so has anyone else seen Strange New Worlds?
Help you? That's interesting. I was under the impression you'd already decided to obstruct our operations here.
I have read your letter word for word, Miss Topaz. And your childhood experiences truly touched me. Your hometown once experienced a similar catastrophe to Yarillo 6. So I can understand your perspective on the issue and the position you have taken.
It's fun. Maybe I should watch it. Maybe that'll be the thing that gets me into Star Trek.
It's because of this empathy you have that I still hold out a glimmer of hope. Despite all that's happened, I hope we can still find common ground through peaceful means.
I have to admit, talking to you is always such a pleasure. I apologize for my behavior just now. It was, inappropriate. I admire your determination, seeing as we've come this far. I've changed my mind. I'll hold off a little longer and see what you have to show me. But remember, winning over the higher-ups won't be easy.
We'll just punch him. Modern and inventive. Nice. But with a silly comedic vibe. That's what you want. You want both. I have to say, when I'm playing a game, and I know that this isn't really how it works in real life, but when I'm playing a game, all I want to do is punch authority. I want to be able to beat up authority and that solve the problem. That's all I want in a game. I'm quite a simple girl. The best monologue in a movie you've seen? Ooh. Oh, that's a tricky one. Now, I don't watch a lot of films. I don't watch a lot of films. And monologues don't actually come up all that often these days. That I feel, to be honest, I don't often think about them. Andor was the last time that I actually fully thought about a monologue in something. I'll have to have a think about that. I don't know.
I understand. That's why I've been taking things one step at a time. The first step was changing your mind.
There's some brilliant ones in Doctor Who. That's all I'll say.
Members of the Express, we'll need your help too.
Yeah, usually more in the older films. I think it's because it's a holdover from theatre. They're a lot more common in theatre. They don't come up so often in film. We did it! Star Trek True, The Wrath of Khan! Ooh! Never seen it. Never seen it. Okie dokie, everyone. It is time to end the stream now that we have defeated Topaz by bringing her over to our side. It is time. Thanks for joining me, everyone. I hope you've had a fantastic time. I always think that sort of mini monologues in Interstellar. Ooh! Oh, they're fun. Yeah, they're super fun. I do like those. I hope you've had a great time. I enjoyed today's stream. And thank you for my new makeup look. This is the final look. I hope you enjoyed it. I went to the Just Chatting screen and then looked at my eyes and went, oh yeah. Oh, that's different. Yeah. So yeah, thank you very much. If you don't already know me, my name is Chloe. I stream on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays at 2 p.m. UK time. Although, I will confirm in the Discord, but I think I'm going to change that to Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays instead. And I might make it later. We'll see. We'll see. But I will confirm in the Discord. It's been great to see you, Mark. Thanks for dropping in. There are loads and loads of ways you can support the stream, and you're already doing the most important one, which is watch it. Thank you very much. But if you are able to, only if you are able to, and if you would like to, then you can help out monetarily. You can donate to my tip jar, or you can go over to my wish list. There's a bunch of stuff on there. That's where you'll find this goal, so I can get a new CPU, so it don't struggle so much. That's a crowdfunded one, that one there. Also, all of the subs and bits and all of that all goes right back into the stream as well, towards that old processor, things like that. The makeup, this was a redeem from our subathon. We got enough subs to get this beautiful makeup from you guys. So thank you so much. Of course, there are loads and loads of free ways you can also support the stream. If you don't want to or can't spend your money, that's totally fine. Come and join the Discord. Come and hang out with us. Come and have some fun, especially if you are a subscriber, because that is where you can vote on the game for Chaos Fridays, which I need to put a poll up, actually. That reminded me. I will do that. You can also come and follow me all over social media. I'm Chloe with the Flow pretty much everywhere these days. You can find a bunch of the stuff I do, including the music that I write, in that link right there in the chat. You can find me over on Deck of Many Aces, which is an actual play D&D 5e podcast made with actual asexuals and aromantics. And this week is Ace Week, so you're legally obliged to listen to my podcast. I don't make the rules. It's my week. It's our week. You have to go and listen to the podcast. It's really fun. I also write all of the... I play in it. I play a bard who is also a rogue. I also compose the whole original soundtrack, which is what you can find on Spotify, Apple Music, all of that stuff. It's real fun. That's my baby. And while you're there, while you're looking for it, have a look for A Rendezvous with Destiny. That's another podcast that I'm on, which is a Bite Marks actual play podcast. We play werewolves. Super fun. and that releases on the opposite week to Doma, so that's nice as well. You can chop and change. And later this month as well, Bowie's and Spelljammer will be releasing very, very soon, which was is an actual play. It's a video one this time that you can watch. It's pre-recorded. We all played different versions of David Bowie, but in space. I was the Goblin King. I did all the makeup. I promise. I did actually do all of that. I got a wig. I dressed up. We all dressed up. It was great. And that's going to be releasing very soon, so you'll be able to watch it on YouTube. I'm also going to be at Comic-Con this weekend, so if you are at London Comic-Con, come and find me. Look for... I'll be there particularly on the Saturday. I'm also going to be there on the Sunday. I won't be there on the Friday, though. I'll probably be... I'm playing in a Mork Bork panel. Theatre Macabre presents Demon Slayer, which I have never seen, so that'll be fun. And I'll probably be hanging around with sort of the... What? I don't exist? What? Why? Why the Throne Link do this? No wonder no one's donated. Yeah, I mean the problem is, whoa, that extra Chrome tab really didn't like it. Yeah, the problem with it is that not all places... Okay, I don't know why that... This should be the actual link. That should work. But not all of the places allow underscores, so some of them I can't have underscores. Instagram, someone already has my name. That's the only one where someone's already got my name. So that one's slightly different as well. It's nearly perfect. Yay, it works now. There we go. I'll check the command on that and see what's going on. I don't know why it's not working. Where was I? Yes, Comic-Con! I'm probably going to be spending some time on the Backwater Bastards table, so if you manage to catch me, you can hide there. I have Doma bookmarks. You could have a bookmark. I would love to see people. And if you're going, we can meet up, perhaps. Most people I see have completely different on their socials. Yeah, sometimes. Thank you for the stretch mark. Thank you so much. That's helpful. Yeah, that's me. Also don't forget, at the end of the month, on the 30th and the 31st, Halloween, you can find me over on Actual Play UK playing Shiver. That's again pre-recorded, but my guys, it's been a long time since I've had this much fun playing a TTRPG as I did recording this game. You have to watch this game. It was so much fun. If only for my makeup. I did some crazy makeup. So be sure to follow Actual Play UK so you know when to watch that. It'll also all be on YouTube as well. You can watch the D&D game I did on Actual Play UK, actually. That's on YouTube now. You can watch that. It was called The Tales Were True. Yeah, I'm always doing stuff. Keep an eye on the socials. I can't get it all in my brain at one time. I always get to this point of stream and I'm like, I've got things to announce and I don't know what they are. I should write them down, but I don't. But hey, the next stream, I don't know when the next stream will be because I need to plan next week's schedule. It will probably be Nexus. Thank you so much for the bits. Hey, thank you so much. Yeah, I don't know when it'll be. If I'm probably going to change the schedule from next week, so it'll probably be Tuesday, but I need to finalize a couple of things before I do that. If it won't be, it will be on Wednesday. If it is on Wednesday, it will be earlier because I'm going to see Europe, which I seem to be the only person who's excited about. You know, like the final countdown Europe. I'm really excited. It's going to be great. But yeah. Stay in the Discord. I'll put the schedule there. That's where the updates will be. Okay. It's time to raid. It's time to raid. I know. Thank you, Nexus. I'm going to see Europe. It is their 40th anniversary special concert. I'm so excited. So excited. I'm going to send you over to Coral Cleaves today. I feel like some nice chill Stardew Valley is the way to go today. So that's what I'll send you over to. Here we have your raid. Cool. Copy and paste that. Put it in her chat. Correct Leafs is a really cute, cozy streamer. I love her. She's amazing at Stardew Valley. Like, insane. The last time that I raided her, she said she'd 100%ed it, and then new stuff had come out, and so she was trying to 100% the new stuff. And I was like, wow. Wow. So yeah. That's what I'll send you over to. I'm waiting for the advert to stop on my phone, is what I'm waiting for. Well, have a lovely rest of your weekend, everybody. Enjoy your week. I will see you all very, very soon. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for giving me cool makeup. I've now got to go feed someone else's cat with this makeup on. That's going to be fun. Almost 4K hours in Stardew Valley and never gotten perfection. Oh my god. That's a lot of hours, Erica. Oh my god. I don't have near that in anything. Anywho, enjoy yourselves. I'll see you soon. Bye.